By a second, I mean quite a few seconds first.
What is it doing that for?
What?
Are we going live?
Yeah, it is.
It is live.
I tell you what, I don't need to wait to check.
It still says upcoming.
Huh? I'm wondering if it's like fucking Rumble's the issue, you know?
Yeah. Fuck me. And my phone's shutting down. Brilliant.
It says live on here.
All right, well, check your one. Right, we're live then.
Yeah, it's Rumble.
Hell.
It's Rumble is the issue, but it seems to be the player as well, though.
That's all right. We're live. We're live. We're not playing any audio in the start. We're not doing the opening bit again because if we do, it might fuck it up. We're just sticking with the way it is. Oh, yours is playing through there.
Oh, it's still on.
Yeah. Right. I'm not touching another fucking thing. We're live.
It might have been working anyway in that case, and we just
It might have been my phone or Rum. I don't know.
well, I think it might have been Rumble more than anything.
Yeah, but either way, we're live and we are active now. Welcome to Squishy Logic, the Squishy Logic podcast for your ears, your eyes, your nose, and your mouth.
It is annoying because we had a lot of viewers earlier. There was a bunch on there. Well, not a bunch.
And now they've all just gone.
Now they've all gone. But hopefully they'll come back.
Hopefully they'll come back now that they see that we are actually.
Yeah, true. If they come back on now, they'll be like, "Oh,
it's actually working." Yeah.
So,
welcome back. If you are back, thank you very much. If you stuck with us through all that bullshit.
Yeah, you know what KD and laughing.
Let's get into it.
Not doing it. You know, click it now, so it's probably going to do it in about 10 minutes.
You know what KD and laughing stock nigga.
Ah! Yeah, fuck it. Let's just carry
It's
on.
fine. Double check that now just to make sure we're still alive.
Yeah, you know what KD and laughing stock niggas got that voice. In this crazy world, we gotta make a choice. They say our logic squishy, but we're making noise. From the top for the charts, here the people rejoice. Stop being buck munchers, just get squishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss. Stop being buck munchers, just get squishy with us. Join the laughter wave, make a fuss.
Guys, we do apologise for any weirdness in the stream, but we are back. We are live.
See, the thing is as well now,
As it made us
it's not going to show us.
Yeah.
Straight away again, but I bet you
we are live on that.
If I go onto the screen again,
we are going to be there. Yeah.
This is it's us not being able
we
to
can't see it. Yeah.
It was probably working fine that whole damn time in that case then. Yeah, see. We are
so we're
there.
fine. We're fine.
We're still bloody there. To us now, it's
a blank screen to us. We've got no monitor. But provided you guys can see it.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to keep that there, though. I'm gonna
leave it there, but mute it. Yeah, so that we can be just sure that we're actually audible for you people.
There we go.
Anyway, welcome to the podcast. I am Nathan Parish, the man of 1,000 voices. Not all of them are in my head. That is your favourite baby face, Mr. Carl Hinken himself.
Oh, we're back now.
Yeah. That was the way you always used to introduce yourself, and then you became the heel for a bit.
Baby face and everybody's favourite laughing stock.
That's right, yeah. And occasionally you
think you should have that memorised by now. Should be in your head. I keep forgetting your intro every single time.
Yeah.
But that's not
you came up with that intro.
And I keep forgetting it every time. There was a new one I came up with the other day, and I keep going to say it now. It's just gone out of my head.
Yep.
The same basic thing, but with a better rhyme.
Yeah.
Gone completely.
Gone. I wonder if it's got anything to do with the cigarettes we smoke.
That's a good point, actually. Good shout.
Yeah.
No, nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with that.
Like this would affect your memory like this. What are you on about, man?
Absolutely crazy.
I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're all feeling good after a night of wrestling that we had. Obviously, everybody was into it. Valentine's Day Massacre.
Right.
No, Vengeance Day, they call it now, sorry.
Right. Of course they fucking do.
And Grand Slam Australia, which was supposed to be a stadium pay-per-view for Australia and for AEW, and they couldn't sell the tickets.
That's
so it
sad.
became a stadium So it became an arena show. And
That's
then they
not too
couldn't sell
bad.
the tickets.
Oh, Christ.
So it became a smaller arena show
Right.
that wasn't a pay-per-view, and it was just a weekly Saturday show.
Cool.
And then still charge, and then all the people that paid for the good tickets in the stadium
Still didn't
get money
back.
back.
Didn't
even get the good seats.
Jesus.
In comparison. They got crap seats for the high amount of money they pay. And then AEW afterwards announces this is the highest gate in AEW history. Not something to brag about.
No, it's not something to brag
You were
about.
severely undersold.
Who the fuck do you think you are, Madonna?
Severely
Fucking...
undersold, and you still apparently did the biggest gate. And then it's not surprising why the owner got booed when he walked out. But I still haven't seen it yet. I've just heard about it.
That's AEW, yeah?
That's AEW.
That's not our WWE.
No, not our WWE. Because for anyone who didn't see the last episode, Nathan is now a full-blown fan of WWE.
I'm not into it. You know?
I said you're a full-blown fan.
Not into it by a long shot. I enjoyed my first little Raw experience.
Your forte into Raw.
Yeah, my forte into the rawness.
What have I been watching lately?
Oh, can I borrow the...
Yeah.
Dango?
What have I been watching lately? It doesn't matter. But today, what we have got for you, though,
Yes.
I have some... we have a few things all about Disney deaths and cover-ups. We're going to be looking at some deaths that may have been covered up in Disneyland.
Ooh.
A lot more than I freaking realised, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no one dies at Disney, but people die at Disney all the time.
Yeah, no one ever gets murdered there either.
No, there's no crime at Disney.
There isn't? No, it's completely...
None at all.
The happiest place in the world.
Happiest place on earth.
Mm-hmm. And people get crushed all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But also, though, before that, we are going to have a little chat about some other cover-ups, because you've seen in the news, my man, that they have already announced that, first of all, the first of the cold case conspiracies, whatever you want to call it, that they're going to look into is the JFK one.
Okay.
Have you seen what the... I had a name written down, but who cares?
What's in a name? You know?
It's a lady. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
She's
a lady was involved.
She's some good agent, apparently.
Right.
And they've already announced it from the few thousand files they've already looked at. The few files they've looked at.
Yeah.
And the FBI have also found another 2,400 files out of nowhere the other day.
Right.
But even before that, though, from the files they looked at, she already announced that she believes it was two people at the very least.
Right.
Shot JFK.
Okay, so the grassy knoll becomes an instant fucking open theory again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a few.
There's a few there's some people say it's grassy knoll. Some people say it was a completely different, like someone right by it.
Yeah.
You know.
Some people say it was one of the agents there. Some people think it could have been the Umbrella Man or the Babushka Lady.
Yeah.
There's all these different.
There's all these different fucking theories out there.
The Umbrella Man has come forward. And
that would be a great movie to do.
What?
Just had a great idea for a movie, right? It's the JFK assassination.
It's been done.
But every single person who everyone has suspected has their own story in it and their own reason why they're going out to kill JFK that day, and none of them.
It has been done.
Yeah, and has it?
Yeah.
Really?
Like to a point. I know that in the JFK film they did follow some of the other.
Oh no! I'd follow, and I'd have it be that they were all trying to kill him at exactly the same time, and they got no idea who actually did it.
Right, like a firing line.
Yeah. They all take the shot at exactly the same time, but they had no idea anyone else was involved. They all just happened to do it.
No conspiracy. It's just the confusion all along. Like, him doing Lee Harvey Oswald was just on his own, as far as he knew.
Yeah.
But at the same time, he had the CIA.
CIA on the grassy knoll,
with the Umbrella Man.
They've got the mafia with the babushka lady.
Yeah. I think personally,
that's a great idea for a movie. Fuck yeah. I'd make that.
That would be funny though.
Yeah.
I feel like there would be so many more bullets if that was the case, because we know where every
they might be bad shots.
Every bullet that hit
know.
something. Yeah. Well, there was one that missed that hit the pavement. We know about that.
Yeah.
Which is why the magic bullet theory has to be a whole bull crap.
Right.
If the name of the theory is the magic bullet, then it probably should give it away that it's
not
likely.
Yeah.
Magic is not.
Magic
likely.
is not something that you tend to come across in the modern world.
There's so much to it though, like with the JFK one. I reckon it would be the grassy knoll myself.
Yeah,
because you hear about that one a lot.
You hear about that a lot.
There's so many people talk about a cloud of smoke that popped up behind it.
Yeah,
I think it's got to be that personally.
Yeah,
because the Umbrella Man did come forward.
Did you ever see the Red Dwarf episode? where it turns out the
JFK.
person who assassinated JFK from the grassy knoll was JFK. Because they go through a universe where JFK didn't get shot and everything goes to hell. And they go back to JFK and they go like, look, man, you got to shoot yourself because we came from a universe that everything worked out because you died. And he's like, well, if I've got to do it, I've got to do it. And he shoots him fucking self. Brilliant plot point, mate. Brilliant.
I think even Umbrella Academy goes back to the JFK assassination for a bit.
Yeah. I mean, everyone, anyone who's doing a bit of time traveling has to think about the JFK.
It's a great thing to go to because as soon as I see it in a thing, I'm interested straight away.
Yeah. There's a bit as well where they go through these time slides. They're literally slides, but they put them through like a morphed time fluid.
What were we about?
And it, like in Red Dwarf.
Okay.
And they can put these time slides in, like do the photo rendering process, whatever it is that they do, and then literally project it, and you can walk through the projection. And they've got one of Hitler's speeches, and like Lister walks in, and they've just got him superimposed next to Hitler, going, "Don't listen to him. He's a complete nut job." And then he walks out carrying his briefcase, and he goes, "What's he got in here? Sandwiches, banana and crisps."
I don't get it.
Because he's a nutter. Who the fuck wants to eat banana and crisp sandwiches?
Oh, Hitler had
Yeah.
that. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Banana and crisps.
Banana and crisps.
I feel like I've heard. I feel too normal for him.
That doesn't seem normal
I feel like
to
it should
me.
be darker. Like I'm expecting more like I don't know prunes and
Right, prunes and spicy peppers.
Yeah,
I like to shit. I do all of my best sinking on the toilet, so I make sure I am on there for at least 20% of the
It's
day.
sort of meth, man. It clogs you up. You have to eat that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
It clogs you up to heck.
Yeah.
Look what happened to the I know it was Coke, but the bear. They got clogged up to Dickens. He died. He killed a bear.
Ruptured his intestines. Yeah.
But yeah, I think the grassy knoll anyway.
Yeah, grassy knoll.
There was actually a thing that came out proving that there was an umbrella gun in the CIA. But apparently,
I mean, there's been you know about the Russian kiss of death.
That just like poison on the lips.
No, they used to give female Russian agents for the KGB used to carry a lipstick that was a single round at the bottom of it, so it looked like a normal lipstick thing. Yeah.
Oh.
So you could use it as a lipstick as well.
Oh.
So they'd do that, and then they go up and they sort of talk to the person, get really close, and then you press a particular button, twist it, and it just fires.
Wow.
Like
they'd hold it up to them.
Yeah, just like push it into the side, bang.
Yeah.
Done.
That's banging. But you still, I feel like something like that, you know, like having like poison on the lipstick, putting it on your lip, kissing them, and then having an antidote or something.
Yeah.
That maybe seems too Mission Impossible.
Oh, it's not Mission Impossible at all. Especially if you're using something like snake venom. If you've got snake venom in particular, and you know you've got the anti venom in you, you can keep taking snake venom. It's not going to hurt you.
That's a good point. Yeah, so you could just keep like spit at them.
Yeah,
you're going to have sex with somebody to spit at them.
What's your superpower? I lick snakes and spit at people.
That's a good way though.
Yeah,
it'd be like a midnight climax type thing.
Yeah.
Like rather than like LSD and all that, they just spit snake venom at them.
Yeah.
And people are really into getting spat at like when they're in sex.
Yeah,
I don't just mean like spitting on to lubricate.
Yeah,
I mean like
being actually spat in the face. Yeah,
like,
like
you're seeing the pool. Do the same thing. They grab the head of that, slap him with like can't even bother to do properly. Yeah, and then they're like pit.
Every so often you'll see in a porn.
Drink as well, get some proper lube there.
Yeah, every so often in the porno you'll see a woman like she's in the middle of doing it and she's like all sexy and stuff, and she'll just like casually spit, and not even like spit onto anything, just like, and it's like, what the fuck is that for? What?
Like a dribble, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, I love that.
You love the dribble.
Love that shit,
you love the dribble.
Yeah.
Do you like the fucking
Ahegio
shit? What? Do you like the Ahegio shit?
I don't understand that face.
Yeah, that is a completely unnatural face.
I don't get it.
Yeah, it's from hentai. That is literally what it's from.
It's literally, you can tell it's unnatural because they look so unnatural when they try to do it. So they have to stop what they're doing, think about their face. And do it.
So I was in the middle of having sex, but I've actually really got to think about this.
They're really over, like, they're trying to overly
sexualize it.
No,
yeah.
they're trying to overly complicate something with all these different things. It's like, there's nothing better than just a simple,
Yeah,
that's all you need.
that's all you need.
Maybe like just, some dirty talking to
It's
the
like
ear.
the fucking American stuff where it's like, yeah. It's like, oh, for fuck's sake, calm down.
What? I don't know what that. You always make those really weird noises every way.
Yeah.
It's just a different. Probably like a different country.
But the Americans
I
are
think you're
just
thinking
loud.
of Eastern Europeans.
Also, the Americans are just loud though.
Yeah.
It's like Eastern European, that is.
Yeah.
The whole.
I genuinely, I've watched porn. I've watched porn
really?
before. Yeah, and I've been like,
shocked.
oh, that looks really hot, and I click on the video, and it's immediately like, yeah, and I'm like, nope, out immediately, not interested. Sorry, I know this is going to go somewhere I don't want to see.
I like some build up. I said this before. I like to get lost in the story.
Yeah.
I can watch.
But
like,
if I hear German, that's it. I'm out.
Oh, with German accent.
Not even that. German accent, not so bad. If they're speaking German in the porno, it's going to get foul.
That's a bit stereotypical there.
Yeah.
You'd be stereotyping my people there.
But it's such an aggressive language. It turns me off while I'm in the middle of it. I'm like, oh my God, really? Ja, das ist mein Schnickter. Ja.
Mein Schnickter.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, I haven't watched that much German porn. It doesn't.
No, exactly. That's why I always turn off of it.
Oh, I just
always turn off.
I mean, I think they normally better beer cakes come through Germany.
Yeah, but the
gangy bangs.
Germans are interesting because there's the idea that Germans love shit porn, right?
They do.
Apparently not true.
Well,
not true at all. The Germans are one of the least shit porn enjoying countries in the world.
Yeah, it's because these VPNs now. They're embarrassed about it.
No, it's not even that.
Yes.
Americans could not film shit porn videos in America. It was illegal. And so German porn producers are like, well, we don't have any laws against this. Let's fill the market. And so they just made a load of shit because you could import those videos, but you couldn't make them there. So that's why the American stereotype came around, because the Americans were going like, look at all this shit porn. And the Germans were going, why are the Americans buying all of this shit porn? This is really weird. Like, who the hell wants to get covered in the cocoa? You know, this is wrong.
But they think they're dating.
Yeah, exactly.
That makes a lot of sense. I could buy that.
How fucking weird is that?
That makes sense. It makes a lot more sense than Germans like in the shit porn.
It does.
The weird Americans.
Yeah.
Americans are weird.
Americans are weird. Americans go hardcore on stuff that they just shouldn't all the time.
Well, it's because, like, I know I have an addictive personality, but America was
as an addictive
North
country.
America is a continent.
Yeah, it's addictive.
I'd say America
is
a country.
America is addicted to addiction.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They just love whatever it is they want, and they want it as much as possible. Whether it be cars or guns or food,
guns,
or drugs or money, they want whatever it is, all of it.
I understand the drugs, like, be into drugs.
Yeah,
money. Okay, sure, you got to buy the drugs.
Money is really nice, but I think I would like the money to come as a response of doing the things that I want to do. You know what I mean?
Murder.
Yeah. No, but if I get successful for PAMT and I end up making a lot of money, brilliant.
Available now.
And available now on all of your podcast platforms. Post-apocalyptic Metal Treehouse. It's a one-man sketch show made entirely by me. If you hate it, you know who to blame. It's very true.
Fair, yeah.
But you won't, because it's good.
Yo. Hate it? Yeah. Go on. If you enjoy to hate it, then share it anyway.
Yeah, share it anyway. Say, look at this twat. Look how funny he thinks he is. He's not. And everyone else will listen to it, and half of them will be like, "It's all right, actually."
Yeah, that's how you do it. Actually,
that's how you do
start up your own hate. Start up your own hate campaign.
Yeah.
Make like
I should send in. Oh, that's what I should do. I should send in an anonymous link from BuzzFeed, right, saying that there's this straight cis male, right, who's doing impressions of black people and Muslim people.
You could get angry.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I mean that was the KSI method.
Yeah.
That's what he did to get
get people rage baited. Yeah,
it works, man.
It does work.
It works very well.
Yeah.
The only thing is though now with Mr. Trumpy though, it won't be as easy to
Trumpedo.
It won't be as easy to push
to me. That became one single word, a trumpedo. You know, it's when someone's expecting like everyone to have one reaction to a Trump thing, but it explodes back in their face. It's a trumpedo.
We're coined a new word.
Yeah.
The trumpedo of DEI.
Yeah.
Like you don't have that happen anymore. No. I forgot what the original point was. Yeah, it'd be harder to get BuzzFeed to get angry though.
Yeah.
Because they're not allowed to now.
Yeah.
They're, like Donald Trump has told them, freedom of speech is now free again. So you're not allowed to say this.
Yeah. So don't say that shit.
Come on. That's how freedom of speech works. Stop saying it.
Yeah. Yeah. No.
A man, a woman, a man.
Penis to vagina. What would you like to know, madam?
I want to know it all. What is the protocol?
We turn this into a regular bit now.
Oh, I can't. Every day for me, I'm thinking about it.
It's just stuck in your head, yeah.
And it's even like to the point now as well. They've got the trans actor in it has been cancelled.
Has she?
I don't know why.
I saw Netflix was like, oh, it's an unfortunate situation. And it's like, oh, what does that mean? Because they never say that in relation to something mediocre.
Yeah.
It's always something's happened or been revealed that's terrible, and they're like, it's very unfortunate.
I don't even know what it is. Like, why? I know that like basically a lot of people have like gone against the film now, and it's not going to be like Oscar based anymore. Basically. It's already won awards in other things, but it's not going to win
an Oscar because it doesn't deserve an Oscar. I'm sorry, no
fucking award, man.
Yeah,
it didn't deserve the actors to turn up on set, hear what they're doing, and stick around.
Yeah,
didn't deserve that.
Yeah, no. Although I quite regularly listen to Mark Commode and Simon Mayo's podcast. They're film reviewers.
All right.
And Mark Commode said it was. Kermode said that it was a really good film, like a triumph, and like I was like, really? That I like even from that one single bit, I don't want to watch any of the rest of the movie, at all.
No,
at all. It looks terrible.
Oh, it looks atrocious. Oh, it looks great. That bit is great.
Well, it sticks in your head
for all the wrong
reasons, yeah.
And I can't imagine the rest of it to be good. I can't imagine. Apparently, the songs are just as catchy and in tune.
Cool.
So maybe they'll all be just as memorable.
Yeah.
I would maybe look at some of the other ones, then you were just as good.
It feels like putting a hat on a hat. You know what I mean? They're just like, well, we've got this really deep story about a trans person who does this and turns into that, and then there's this and that. And we're going to go really deep into the details of like what the surgery means and all this kind of stuff and the emotional beats. And at the same time, we're going to make it a musical. Why? Why make it a musical? Why does it need to be? Why?
So it seems like here, like there were some tweets from the woman about George Floyd and other things. So I'm just going to put in her tweets.
Is she a Trump supporter? That'd be amazing.
A trans woman. I mean, she could be.
So yeah, I mean,
there you go. Gascon tweets. Let's have a look. See. Oh.
It'd be amazing if it was just like, I love Kanye West's new t-shirts.
You seen that? He got rid of everything up in the one t-shirt.
Yeah, just a swastika t-shirt. For fuck's sake, Kanye.
He's fucking nuts, man.
He is.
Gascon, originally Spanish, called George Floyd a martyr hero weeks after. Oh, so they're old tweets that have resurfaced.
Right.
He called a martyr hero weeks after his death and wrote, "I truly believe that very few people ever cared about George Floyd, a drug addict and a hustler, but his death has served to highlight once again that there are those who still consider black people to be monkeys without rights, and those who consider the police to be murderers, all wrong." What?
So what? Why is that?
Wait, his death has served to highlight once again that there are those who still consider black people to be monkeys without rights.
It's because she used the word monkeys. Almost certainly.
No question of racism,
but I kind of the point that she's making is that there are people who think that.
and also more and more Muslims in Spain. A few years later, every time I go to pick up my daughter from school, there are more women with their hair covered and their skirts down to their heels. Maybe next year, instead of English, we'll have to teach Arabic. You know what she wrote? Until we ban religions that go against European values and violate human rights, such as Islam, under the protection of freedom of worship, we will not end part of the huge problem we face.
I mean, as a trans person,
I don't disagree with everything she's saying here.
As a trans person as well, like, you've got to really be in a position of like, well, Islam is really not cool with that. Like, really not cool.
It's not
with
surprising that she should have an issue with Islam.
Yeah,
like
it's literally a religion that says she shouldn't exist.
Yeah, I say this about a lot of people with Islam. Is like, so many people should really think about what Islam is in comparison to
other
whether
religions.
they would consider her to be, like a subpar human.
Yeah,
or them, whoever. I mean, females straight away are subpar to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing it's more about the language, though.
It is going to be about the language that was used.
For people having an excuse to complain,
Yeah.
Islam is becoming a hotbed for infection for humanity that urgently need to be cured. I mean, that's not me saying it. This was me reading another tweet. So that's instantly, though, I suppose that's going to the needing to be cured, though. That's going towards your genocide.
Yeah, that's...
Do you know what I mean? That's kind of stretching over.
It doesn't. Yeah, it's a little bit far.
I mean, I don't like all that stuff, but I'm saying, like, you don't need to be cured.
No,
like maybe just
reasoned with.
Maybe it's just them do their thing over there, we do our thing over here. If it's a case of that,
The thing is, as well, what they don't tell you though, actually, is that even people act like Islam is this impenetrable religion that's just continuing to grow and spread, but the same apostasy, the same like questioning of religion that Christianity and Judaism have gone through already is now starting to happen in the wider Muslim world.
Well, so I guess I was a bit...
So the sort of the what is it?
Oh, anti-Muslim?
No, not anti-Muslim. What is it when you don't believe in something? Don't believe
agnostic.
No, beyond agnostic.
Atheist.
Atheist. Fucking, I couldn't believe it. Right. So once the atheist thing is starting to grow in the Middle East, despite the fact that they're trying to push down on it quite hard, and like the more YouTube opens up as well, there's like lots of Islamic people or ex-Islamic people living in other countries who are like, well, look, these are the details, and like these are the arguments that have been postured towards Christianity, and have broken that down. Too. Yeah, and same with Judaism. And these are the questions that they raise, and these are the answers that we can't answer. We're no better than the others. We can't answer these questions. Yeah. And that's the thing. Ultimately, I don't have a problem with someone believing a religion, but I think organized religion and religion getting this sacred status that no one can question it is ridiculous, because
it's dangerous.
It's very dangerous. It doesn't deserve any more rights than any other form of belief. You know what I mean? Totally. What someone believes about their lottery numbers being lucky is the same equivalency as believing in God.
It's an outdated kind of thing now, in my opinion. It's a lot more dark age-esque kind of stuff. You can still believe the things, but you shouldn't have outright protection and all this.
And the fact
we saw what's happened recently with some of the priests again that have had that protection, and then we've been more found out again recently they've been touching people.
Yeah. And the fact is, if anyone tells you that they know what happens after you die, they're fucking lying to you.
Oh yeah.
And if they're telling you that you've got to give them money, otherwise, you won't go to heaven, they're even more lying.
Taking
to
advantage
you.
and like
worse. Yeah.
Before we go too much up this though, Gascon would continue.
Okay.
She would put in a post about the Oscars after the 2021 ceremony where she won an Oscar for Nomadland. More and more, the Oscars are looking like a ceremony for independent and protest films. I didn't know if I was watching an Afro-Korean festival, a Black Lives Matter demonstration, or the 8M. Apart from that, an ugly, ugly gala.
I mean, to be fair, like, I understand she's got an opinion on this stuff, but let's just say, for example, What category would you put a musical about a trans woman in? Would you put that in the traditional movie category, or would you put that in the woke BLM category?
What would I put that in?
Yeah.
Obviously the woke
Yeah,
category.
but she's complaining about those kinds of independent movies, and
Well, she wasn't in that film at this point.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But obviously, like, she's a trans woman, so like this is pick a fucking lane. I'm
supposedly
sorry, but pick a fucking lane. Is your movie not exactly the same kind of bullshit as all of those movies you were just complaining about? Fuck off.
I mean, she might be talking more about, like, you know, the way that everyone gets on stage and has to, like, say something about the stuff.
Maybe,
but still.
But she was talking about Haven of the movies, particularly. It's like those movies are there. Your movie is in the same category. Sorry, it just is.
No, I mean, it would have been fair enough if she was complaining about Chris Rock getting hit. Complaining about Chris Rock getting hit, that would be fair enough. Didn't do that though. But it seems now she has closed her Twitter as well after getting like a load of people complaining at that because it will be surfaced. It's kind of weird how I heard about this film being like a big, you know, like everyone was into it and stuff, and it was a big Oscar thing. And then I guess it was a day since I first saw that clip and showed you.
And now it's all fallen apart.
I guess.
You know what's really...
Because I didn't hear about this the first time I watched
Movies are being weird, though, because Megalopolis, you know, the one I was talking to you about, the Francis Ford Coppola, like, movie that he put 120 million of his own money into.
Vaguely,
yeah, because he's got a really successful wine business, and he took loads of money out of that and just poured it into Megalopolis. Right. Terrible movie, apparently, but you can't even rent it anymore.
What?
No one knows.
Oh.
No one knows.
Is it an old one or a new film?
No, it's brand new. It came out like literally at the end of last year. And for some reason, it's just been ripped off of every like movie streaming service, every rental service, everywhere.
Well, I suppose so. I mean, if it's all his thing and his funding and stuff, and he would have it like, you know, set up maybe for a certain amount of time to be what's it called? You know, when they give it to certain companies to
to Amazon Prime and stuff, it was on. But the thing is, you can't rent it anywhere.
He's taking it off, and you'd have to keep paying to have them on these things.
Yeah, but
there's a word that used to be for it, like with a D, when the old companies used to like, you know, hand it out. We used to like give it to everything. Can't think what the word is. It doesn't matter that much anyway.
No. But it's his movie.
Which is why I'm wondering if it's that crap.
Yeah.
And he's sick of getting the
flack from it. Yeah.
The flack from it.
But like, why wouldn't you leave it out there? I'm sorry. Even if you've made a stinker of a movie, that movie needs to be out there. Those movies are just as fun as really good movies. I love watching a shitty movie. It's brilliant.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
It depends on the movie. Some of them are boring shitty. But some of them are ridiculous shitty, and this one is ridiculous shitty.
It looks like it's still on YouTube.
Oh, right, there you go. So it must have just been removed from fucking Amazon.
Yeah, I tried to get... I posted and YouTube censored it. Oh, that's a comment. Okay, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's one of them... It's fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Compared to some of them that I've seen on there.
I do want to see that movie. I do want to see it at some point.
I know what I need to keep an eye out for Mother, because obviously she can't go and watch films, so there's one come out that she really wants to see.
Yeah.
So I'm just keeping an eye out for when it actually comes out. Even though I think they come out quite quick nowadays.
Yeah.
Don't they? The new Bridget Jones.
Oh yeah, that's out now.
Yeah, but
when it comes out on streaming, yeah. Yeah, that's not going to be long. It's going to be like, well, probably next month after. Yeah.
Especially something like that, which you know is going to be a lot of...
I really do want to go and see the new Captain America, actually.
It looks quite... Well,
I'm kind of down.
I've heard not good things.
I've heard loads of good things as well, though. It's another one of those ones where it's like there's mixed reviews, and ultimately it's like, I'll make my own decision. Yeah.
From the sounds of it, just not the best story.
Yeah, but I don't care.
It's you know, there's a MacGuffin in it, for example.
Yeah.
The way that I've heard about how Harrison Ford turned into the Red Hulk.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Okay. Yeah.
Dumb.
All right.
I'll tell you. The whole way through, he's got heart medication that he's taking. And you find out at the end, the brain man stopped it. It wasn't heart medication.
It was Hulk medication.
It was gamma radiation.
Yeah.
And he's turned into the Hulk right now.
That doesn't make sense, though, because the original reason why the Red Hulk became a thing in the comics was because Thunderbolt Ross had spent so much time following the Hulk, studying the Hulk, being around the Hulk's radiation.
Doesn't really work on this, though.
That it had sort of eventually sort of seeped its way into him and turned him into a similar
creature. It doesn't make that much sense, actually, because it would be the scientists and stuff nearest to him that would have to happen.
No, because no one else had been in contact with Hulk for that extended period of time with his radiation. In
nowadays,
comparison.
If you did that now, though, you would have to say the same thing, like Iron Man would have started turning.
No, because even they aren't. Thunderbolt Ross's, in the comics at least, his sole thing that he was doing was hunting after the Hulk. So, like, that scientists would come in and they'd go. Military guys would come in and they go. But the one person who was always there was Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah, I'm talking in the films, though.
In the
films,
that
in this universe,
it doesn't
Hulk's
work.
Been around for a while.
But there's other ways you could still do it.
Yeah.
There's other ways you could still
better than
do it.
this.
But like
better than heart medication.
Yeah, but ultimately, like I'm
yeah, why am I arguing against it? You proved my point, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
That it was dumb.
Yeah, I'm gonna buy into the movie ultimately, just because like I kind of want to see a Harrison Ford Hulk. I'm down for that.
I like it. Like, it seems like they're finally like kind of figuring out how to bring everything back into the
into
again,
one, yeah.
Because this is like tying up the loose ends. Like huge part of it is to do with the elemental that was left
in
after
Eternals, yeah, which I still haven't seen.
I haven't. I'm not going to.
No. People said it was one of those ones that was mixed, but you got a lot more people saying it was shit than were saying it was good.
Yeah, I had a lot more people saying it was shit.
Whilst on Captain America New World or New Order, whatever
Brave New World.
Brave New World. That I've seen a lot more like right down the middle. Some people saying it's good, some people saying it's not so good. And there's this guy that I watched he does breakdowns of the trailers and the movies at like 1/4 the speed.
Oh, I've seen that guy.
Yeah, Canadian lad.
I know. I watch New Rockstar, so I know who you mean.
Right, yeah, Canadian lad's really good. And he's been right about a lot of things. He's wrong about a lot of things as well, but he's picked up a lot of shit.
Those things.
Yeah,
when they add fucking scenes.
Entirely fake scenes into trailers.
I love that though. That's great because too many films give away the film in a trailer.
Yeah,
like that Mickey 17 seems really cool, but I feel like they're giving it all away in the trailer.
Yeah. They shouldn't have shown the other clone in the trailer. They should have just shown him dying, because him dying and living again is interesting enough as a premise.
Yeah.
And then you go into it and it's suddenly, oh shit, that would have been a real like fucking mic drop moment, you know.
Could have just had the whole trailer kind of set up like he was going to die or something, and at the end he just gets reborn. And that could be the first teaser.
Yeah,
and that's it.
But that's the thing. It's like they never fucking do that anymore. They never do decent jobs.
They're worried about people not paying enough attention, so that when people do pay attention, they're like, we got to throw everything at them to make them interested. Like, get the logic.
It makes me less interested in watching the movie.
That can be the problem. Yeah. But at the same time, if you don't,
there's some movies you like. Well, I know exactly how that's going to end. So
that's the problem. Yeah, you need to get that perfect balance.
Yeah,
and they don't do it. But
Imagine if in the fucking trailer for Empire Strikes Back, it goes halfway through, Luke, I am your father, or whatever it is, you know. No, it's impossible. Like in the middle of the trailer, like just to hype it up more. It's like, it'd be stupid. It would have ruined the fucking suspense of that moment. Everyone in the cinema was like, what the fuck?
That would be a really cool series on YouTube.
Yeah.
Just making trailers for old films or whatever.
Yeah.
If they were done nowadays with trailers,
I think they do that. I think there is a
because they could have exactly that. Like, that'd be great.
Yeah. It's so stupid.
If that's not a thing on YouTube, it'd be hard to do with all your copyright.
Yeah.
I say that. I think copyright on YouTube is chilling out with something. There's so many of the videos that I watched that weren't able to do things with wrestling, for example, are now able to show things. I watch people that are like, like showing bits of films and other bits that I would be afraid to put on. I'm like, hold on, they can put it on. Okay.
Yeah, it usually comes down to being fair use, and ultimately, if you're a big enough channel, that when you write back to YouTube have to like answer you.
Nobody has that right from what I've seen.
Really?
No one, man.
Yeah.
I've heard like some of the biggest channels you would think that would have that covered.
Yeah.
Not like I'm talking like KSI.
No, I suppose you're right as well, because like even
Sidemen,
Angry
Logan
Joe,
Paul.
who's like been there for fucking years and always gets like millions of views, still has issues with fucking copyright.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird, man. And also, if you want this movie to be talked about, let people use the trailer footage.
Yeah, that's one really silly
Why?
thing. I don't know
why
I
would
wouldn't.
you not do that?
It's stupid. It really is dumb.
Maybe don't let them use movie footage, because I get it if you don't
Full
want them to
movie.
sort of release a bit that you think is like needs to be under wraps or whatever. Again, like we were talking about. But if you want people to talk about a movie, let them use the trailer footage. Let them sort of illustrate the point with it.
Yeah, you'd feel like with that. Well, actually, I was about to say like that would be the case, but then if a film's got like copyrighted music separately as well, then that music's going to get flagged on its own anyway.
Yeah.
So that would be down to them, I guess, using music that isn't copyrighted first of all.
I guess
that's going to be an extra thing to throw away. If they allowed it on their end for the trailer,
you'd
still have then of most trailers going to have an actual song in.
The worst people for it are fucking Disney. For claiming shit.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Anything used, Disney will claim it.
I saw them sue a nursery because they had a Disney mural on the wall.
Fuck off.
No, that's
no so
lie.
Ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Oh, how dare you set up these kids to have a love of our characters for free? We're not paying you for it, but you're just putting this mural of our lovely characters right in front of a bunch of kids who will then love them forever. How dare you do that? Give us money.
Well, like I said, though,
fuck you, Disney.
No one gets hurt at Disney, nothing happens to Disney. So
more importantly, like, did you know that someone had something happened like with someone at Disney? I don't know if you're talking about this one in the thing, but I want to talk about it now.
I'll get to it in a minute, but there's something else I remember. I'm going to mention the RFK.
About that. But someone literally was trying to sue Disney over something that happened, and they were like,
"That wouldn't be in mine."
No, I think it was over like a food allergy issue or something like that had occurred. And Disney were like, "Oh no, sorry, you can't sue us because you've signed up for Disney Plus." And if you read into the contract, if you read into the licensing in Disney Plus, it actually says that you can't sue us for any reason if you agree to sign up.
Yeah. I think they've taken it out now.
Yeah, they've taken it out now because it's fucking illegal. You can't do that. You cannot fucking do that.
Yeah, that is straight up all day.
That is unbelievable that they had the fucking balls to try that shit.
Or if it's like something for like their China's. In China or something, you might be able to do it. Just left in by accident for America. Or whoever.
Yeah. Just leave the contract bit in until it's until it's called on.
Yeah, exactly. Called upon.
Yeah.
But does that mean it was ever effective?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but at that point, you've then got to prove it in court that it's not effective, don't you? Unless a judge just goes no, which is what happened in this case. The judge just went no.
Must have been.
Don't you fucking dare try that shit. Basically, don't you fucking dare.
I do not see
that shit.
But that must have been the first time they tried to use it then.
Yeah.
And it's like, why did they use it? Why is it like? Do you know what I mean? There's so much there. It's like, why?
Because Disney be Disney, bro. Speaking of Disney be Disney.
Oh yeah, today in just a moment.
Yeah.
Disney are just as messed up though as the ongoing, like I said, about the assassinations that are coming out about the president.
Yeah.
Like MLK, obviously not president either, same as RFK. MLK, I think I've done it on the channel before. As I was reminding myself about it, I'm like, I'm sure I've covered this before.
Yeah.
Because it's all about he's on a balcony. And the one that's believed to be the gunman was in a apartment over the road. But the angle that apparently he did shoot him at was like impossible, really, from how you'd have to leave in the bath.
Right.
But also there was a tree in the way. But that didn't matter because the evening that it happened, the police came out in the middle of the night and cut the tree down so that it would work.
Oh, fuck, yeah.
There's so much bull to it.
Yeah, I do remember that bit about the tree being cut down. Yeah. That blew my mind at the time. I was like, Jesus Christ, what?
That's not even the craziest part either because, the guy that did it apparently got out of prison because he jumped into an empty box in the prison and he just didn't get seen.
Oh, yeah.
And this guy had randomly just like picked him up and started giving him money and that.
Yeah.
and set him up basically.
Fucking crazy.
RFK's one is even crazier.
Yeah.
So he's in some like big house thing, like doing some talks and stuff.
Yeah.
At this point, the people, he was backing up Israel at this point, so the Palestine people didn't like him.
Right.
And apparently, what happened was, he came down into the kitchen, and there was this guy there waiting for him who shot him. He got shot 4 times. And he got shot 4 times. The president did.
Yeah.
With a gun that only had 8 bullets in it. But he shot
Surprising.
6 bullets.
No, that's amazing. That's the magic bullet.
What?
You can fire multiple times.
4 what?
Oh, I thought you said. Never mind.
No, the 6
I thought you meant 8 from 4.
No, there's 8 bullets in the chamber.
All right, so he fired 4.
He fired 4 at the president.
Right.
And he fired 6 at the Secret Service. So it doesn't work.
So that does not work. No, that is indeed magical bullets. Yes, like I said, that's being able to fire it twice. He's maybe he just had the Judge Dredd gun.
Maybe
double whammy.
Yeah. The shot the killed him came from behind him, I believe.
Right.
There was something about the guy. He wasn't supposed to ever go into the kitchen. The guy that walked him into there was somebody that was like super pro-Palestine and racist and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, there's the definite bullcrap.
There's bullshit happening, and we are going to be finding out some of that bullshit at some point fairly soon.
It seems to be going along. Like we've already had that initial confirmation about
it's
JFK.
moving on a clip. But again, if you are a president, you can do the
FBI
executive
files.
order. You can just go, no, it's out, and they don't. No, but we need to. No, it's out.
That's what he's done this time.
Yeah.
But it's like they've got to find the stuff. Then they've still got to figure it out.
I think the thing is that no matter what happens, if it proves that like the government wasn't involved at all, it doesn't matter. Trump's done the good thing, and he's shown a load of people, and that's what people are going to remember. If it shows the other way, and it shows that the government were involved, like completely and utterly involved, then Trump suddenly becomes probably one of the most important presidents that ever ran, because he's directly shown this is what your government does.
Yeah, and that was the whole legacy thing where people keep talking about. He's wanting to
he's wanting a legacy, and I mean, if you want a legacy, that's not a bad way of going about it. Another not bad way of going about it is working with Elon Musk to actually get people to Mars.
Yeah, I don't think that's still going to happen in his thingy time though.
No, but if you prep it so that it can be done,
you start. Well, you got to keep prepping it, and yeah. I mean, when do you reckon? I know we can't know, but when do you reckon would be a reasonable time frame? I know
if you wanted to do it, if you absolutely wanted to do it as quickly as possible, you could potentially get it done in Trump's term. You would have to do it like now. You would have to
get there in time.
Yeah, you would have to order. Right, we are launching 6 of your fucking big ships going all the way to Mars, and we're doing it now. And even then, it's a very low chance of success, ultimately. Yeah. To do it properly, to do it realistically and properly, because you can't just hop back and forth. You have to set down a usable...
You can't hop back and forth between here and Mars.
Exactly, it's amazing, isn't it? But you've got to set up a usable colony on Mars straight away.
Yeah.
Something where you can make food, something where you can make more habitats, something that you can develop.
Printing food as well. There's a whole new line of that.
That
new stuff.
You can potentially go to the ice caps of Mars so that you've got an easy supply of water. That's a good start. Mm-hmm. But you also don't want to be there too much, because it's fucking freezing, and you want to grow crops. And you don't want to be too cold while you do it, because it makes it more difficult.
I mean, how big is Mars though? Because it's not that big difference in the size, is it, from Earth?
It's not that big difference in size, but there is a big difference in gravity, and
easier to get places then.
Yeah, it can be harder. The other thing is that you cannot leave your suit at all, and you can't let any dust get into your habitat at all.
Unless they have those like biosphere things, the habitat things they're talking about, like the Pop 8 ones. What I think they're on about having initially.
Oh yeah, but the thing
You
is,
can go into them and take your suit off. And
yeah,
that,
you need to push you need to basically have a thing that takes you step into your suit from the building, and then it detaches from the building and allows you to walk off. That's the way they sort of planned around it. Because if you get any of the Martian dust inside,
Right.
that is so small because there's no water, there's nothing holding it down and making it sort of. Most particles on Earth that are that small will get pulled up by water droplets and things like that. You know, they won't get that small, and if they do, they end up settling down to the ground.
Right. Yeah.
On Mars, it's a very different thing. These tiny particles get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until they get so small that they can actually get caught in the areas of your lungs that are designed to keep, to take oxygen in.
Okay.
So you can end up with the entirety of the inside of your lungs just plastered with razor sharp bits of dust.
That's not cool.
It's not good at all, and that's why living on Mars is something where you have to have, very stringent fucking you got to make sure nothing's coming in.
Yeah.
It's
got to be easy enough ways to do that though.
But even then, you're talking about 10 to 12 years. You can realistically have people on Mars.
Yeah.
Realistically.
That seems all right.
Yeah. In our lifetimes, easily.
Yeah.
And it's something we should be aiming for.
Ongoing thing as well, not just starting.
And it's going to be something as well where what we'll probably do is we'll probably send down multiple drops of things that we need before we even get there. So you'll have multiple trips being sent out of we've got this many gallons of water, we've got this many packages of food, we've got this many bags of seeds, this much compost, we've got fertilizing bacteria, we've got all these kinds of things.
You can just keep it as a constant thing as well.
Yeah.
You just keep one goes back, goes.
You do 12 trips there with stuff that you need with 4 things being sent at a time.
Supply ones easy enough to do it between.
Who's going to nick it? It's not like anyone's going to fucking nick it.
I hope not. No.
Although that would be amazing if the Americans dropped all their shit down and then fucking Vladimir Putin just fucking flies in there and takes it all.
I'm sure bloody poo-poo's has definitely got the ability to do that.
Yeah.
100%. It's definitely him that will do it.
What is not on Earth, it does not count. It's not stealing, it's just finding.
To be fair, I imagine on Mars there's no law, so finders keepers would be...
There would be a law.
Yeah, that would be the law.
Yeah. And plus, once he's on there, it's Russian territory, so he can make the laws.
True, yeah, he's taking it over.
Everything's owned by Russia, sorry.
That'd be stink. You get to Mars and it just has a sign there that says everything is now Russian.
Yeah. And it's just got a fucking embossed face of Vladimir Putin smirking at you.
Just a man on a stool, not even in a spacesuit or anything, just breathing through a vodka bottle.
No, he's not even. He's got one hand inside his fucking spacesuit. He's pulled it out, right, and he's just smoking a fucking rollie. He's just inside his space. Das vidanya, bitches.
You would get tougher as well being out in space, so we'd evolve like that.
Yeah.
I think that would happen.
He does. No, it's he's a Russian bloke, so he can do that thing that Mel Gibson does in Lethal Weapon, where he dislocates his shoulder, so you can pull it through and then take it out.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because he's a Russian bloke, so they can all do that.
They can all just do that.
Like that fucking weird dancing shit they can do that no one else on Earth seems to be able to do.
I think you're trying to say that all Russian people are inbred. That's what I hear.
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying they've got incredibly powerful thighs.
That comes from the inbred.
All right, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Didn't know that at all.
You never heard of we can't say it properly anymore because it's a tard strength.
Oh, everyone knows about tard strength.
Yeah. Retard's becoming another one you can say more and more now.
I'm fine with it. I've always been fine with it.
You've always been fine with it?
Yeah.
We've always been fine with it, but it doesn't mean the outer world is.
Yeah, but fuck the outer world. Quite frankly.
Yeah, I know, but
I'm done with it.
The outer world
I've been watching
our views.
Yeah, I've been watching Papa Meat's channel a lot recently, and he don't give a fuck.
Papa Meat, I've heard of that one.
Papa Meat's good. Papa Meat's real good.
Any?
What?
Big chubby dude.
Yeah. How you doing? How you doing?
There's a video that
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel.
I don't think I ever watched any of his stuff. Does he do ghost stuff? Maybe I've seen some of that.
I've shown you his
Takes a piss out of
animations that he did.
What?
I've shown you the animations that he's done.
Oh, okay.
Because it's Papa Meat is the same guy who does the animations for like the pumpkin spice one Meat Canyon. That's it. Yeah.
Oh, he's the same dude.
Yeah, same dude. And they've got props lying around as well. Like they've got this weird anthropomorphic oven that occasionally like chips in and talks to them, and they've got like a computer that's like a living thing as well. It's fucking weird.
Sounds like somebody that was originally filming a children's show and just got cancelled and took it to YouTube.
It feels a bit like that, but like the reason why is because his wife is
He's got a wife.
Yeah, he's got a wife, yeah, and they're having a kid soon. But his wife is a special effects artist, like a full blown yeah. She's a full blown special effects artist who does like movie level shit.
Oh.
So it's like all weird Tim Burton-esque kind of stuff, but it's fucking brilliant. Not even Tim Burton, like it's grosser than Tim Burton. Congratulations, Papa Meat. You really are the man when it comes to that stuff.
It sounds like something that you'd like, to be fair.
I love it. I love it so much.
Like next level up of your salad fingers and all that.
I think it's not like that, because it's not. The creepiness is part of it, but it's not like that's all there is. Salad fingers is just intentionally just trying to be as unpleasant as possible. Meat Canyon is trying to be as funny as possible whilst being unpleasant, And I think that's what I do with PAMT as well. Like, I'm willing to go for gross out jokes, weird jokes and shit like that, but I only ever want to do it if it's funny. If it's not funny enough, it's not in. You know what I mean?
It's hard to do gross out just in audio anyway.
Yeah.
Unless you put it in sound effects.
I think the cherry tree one grossed some people out.
Put sound effects in.
No, it wasn't even sound effects. On the cherry tree sketch, some people didn't like it because it was on Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, I do a sketch where I'm playing a cherry tree being picked by a couple, and he's just like, "Oh fuck yeah, pull out my berries," like shit like that. It's like that creeped some people out. That made some people uncomfortable. But
that proper sounds like a full-on like a really good kind of sketch, to have in the middle of like a sketch show, like a visual one as well.
Yeah.
That's proper made me like imagine that in like a Mighty Boosh style.
It's really good, isn't it? Like
just a tree with a face,
Yeah, and he's like, "Oh my god, go for the deep ones."
You could do that kind of shit on stage, like you always see like stage versions of like sketches and stuff.
Oh yeah, I'd quite happily do that as a sketch. I'd literally just get you and like one of the female comedians we know to be like the couple, and I'd literally come on in like those like the tree outfits that you get from like kindergarten plays in America.
You can get anything.
Literally, it's literally just like me wrapped around in some like brown paper. I've just got like some bits sticking off the top of my head.
Oh, you could easily get some like some bits of tree and like attached to them. That'd be easy.
Yeah.
You just don't move, like trees don't move. So
exactly.
You just gotta stay still.
Yeah, and it's like that all the time.
You can close up when you actually pick them off as well to make it easier, so it doesn't fall down every time you try and grab something off you.
Yeah.
You don't have to keep it one shot,
Yeah, you wanna mix it up.
All right then, let's go on over to.
Let's go back to Disney.
Good old Disney.
I work for Disney.
Now we have been told that nothing ever happened to Disney. Disney World, it's the happiest places in the world. Disney World, Disneyland, whatever the one in China's called. I don't know. Euro Disney.
That's not the one in China.
No, not that one. Zipao China.
Welcome, Disney. Euro Disney.
Zipao Disney, I think, is what. Or Ni Hao Disney.
Ni Hao Disney. Is that Disney. Literally what it is?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Hello, Disney.
Hello, Disney. Are you there? It's me, Nathan.
We need to get some like producers and stuff that are like multicultural, so we can
get away with shit.
Well, I was just going to say so I had an excuse to insult them, but sure, that too.
No,
you can get away with more stuff.
Yeah, you need to get away with shit. That's fine though, isn't it, bro? Yeah, he says it's fine. I'm paying him. It's cool.
Even though it's paid by us, and he has to agree.
Yeah. Oh shit.
So we're going to kick off with one that probably everybody would expect to happen in Florida.
Oh God.
If you think about Florida and people dying, what would be the first thing you assume would be the reason? But to be fair, there might be many reasons actually.
Mm.
Stabby stabs.
Stabby stabs.
Weather.
Chompy chomps.
Chompy chomps is the one though.
Yeah.
2016.
Oh,
Chompy
fucking
chomps.
Jesus. Did someone get bitten by a fucking crocodile at goddamn or alligator at fucking Disney?
Bitten? No.
Eaten.
We'll see.
Okay.
One of the deaths occurred on June 14th,
Fucking
2016.
Christ, one.
When a 2-year-old boy from Nebraska
Oh no! Oh my God, that's horrible.
Nobody normally hears that a 2-year-old kid's been killed and reacts with laughter.
That's horrible. That's literally like these parents are like, we're going to take him to his first day at Disney. Oh my God, it's going to be such a magical day. Fuck, Jesus, that's horrible.
They were on the shore of the Seven Seas Lagoon at 9:15 p.m. Well, you had that late though with your kids. I mean,
Yeah, that's a bit weird.
yeah, you
Don't be out near the
2-year-olds.
Also, just don't be out near water in Florida. Just
In the
full
night as
stop.
well, yeah.
No, fuck that. Full stop.
Yeah,
Just
I
don't
agree
be
with
near
that.
water in Florida. Don't do it.
I think they tried to be fair, they tried to always downplay how many alligators were around.
Yeah, they do. That there's fucking loads. Did you hear that story of a woman whose like dog was starting to get attacked by an alligator, and she tried to stop it, and the alligator was like, "All right then, bigger lunch it is," and fucking started going for her instead.
Oh damn no!
Yeah,
Um,
don't fuck with alligators. If
Oh,
your
no, that's
if
a
your
good-
chihuahua is going to be the meal that stops the alligator from eating you, worth it. Sorry, worth
people
it.
like the chihuahua.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. But that chihuahua is dead already. It's already been bitten by a crocodile. You can't save it now.
Depends on the size of the croc. You might be able to beat it down.
Yeah, but it's a chihuahua.
If you're trying to say like a chihuahua, doesn't matter.
No, I'm saying that it's a chihuahua. It's like, it's brittle.
Oh, so as
this-
soon as it's been got once,
Yeah,
it's gone.
Do you understand the bite force of a crocodile?
Oh, you're saying it's already got him?
It's
then?
gone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Snap him in half.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't try.
Actually-
Don't try.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was trying to remember what I learned, but it was yeah, it was snakes that don't have a good bite down power.
Yeah, they don't need it.
It's
don't
not
need
even attached to. People always say that their jaws unhinge. They don't, because they're never hinged to begin with.
Yeah.
They're kind of floating.
They don't. Yeah, they don't even have that. They're just sort of connected by a bit of muscle.
So since the incident, Disney decided to add warnings, signs, and rope barriers to the waterways around the resort.
Right.
And for a short time, references to alligators were removed from a number of attractions, including the Jungle Cruise.
Yeah.
Oh, so okay. I thought they meant like as in they moved, like mentions of them because they wanted to hide the alligators. But I don't think that's what they meant. However, the actions did little to help Disney take accusations of a cover-up, with local press alleging Disney removed nearly 100 alligators from the park in the year leading up to the incident.
Wow. Right. So 2 things amaze me about that. First of all, a lot of alligators. Second of all, how do you remove 100 alligators? Is that in trapping? Is that in fishing? How are you doing that?
Robert Irwin?
Yeah, just
how you
send him
do
out like, all right, Crocs, how's it fucking going?
That's how you do it, man. You get all the Australian people come
Yeah.
down. It's like riding horses to them.
Yeah, there's nothing to them.
The rounding up. I listened to Forrest Galante talking about when he was out, just for the hell of it with some guys.
Just for the hell of it.
When he was like 20 or something, and they
Right.
saw an alligator. He was like, "Let's go and catch an alligator," and it was way bigger than they realised. And he jumped onto the boat and almost jumped them all off, but luckily didn't, and went away.
For fuck's sake.
Respect alligators.
Yeah,
Also,
respect anything that can kill you.
including knives.
Yeah.
I don't
God.
like knives.
No.
On March 7th, 1981, 18-year-old Mal Yorba was fatally stabbed with a knife during a fight with a 28-year-old man after the victim supposedly attempted to pinch the man's girlfriend in Tomorrowland.
Right.
His family sued for $60 million. While the family did not receive the full amount, they got $600K in the end. The jury found the park negligent.
That's a shitty fucking payoff. 10%.
Well, I mean, $60K, yeah, that's a lot. To be fair, for Disney,
Uh,
considering
I want more. I want a lot more than that.
considering the park was found negligent for not summoning outside medical help during the assault.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Isn't a happy place? We don't need police here.
Oh wow! They sent the victim to the hospital in an ambulance. They sent the victim to the hospital rather than in an ambulance, but in a Disneyland van with a park nurse.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because they didn't want it picked up, and then it would have been from Disneyland.
Yeah. No, this happened in the parking lot. That's always the Disney's method. Oh, this man without a head. Yeah, happened in the parking lot. What? He was on Space Mountain, wasn't he? No, parking lot.
I'm pretty sure somebody later, there's a couple later where it says in the parking lot. I'm like, was it though? Was it actually in the parking lot?
No fucking way was it in the parking lot. It was in the park.
Like, I think this one here actually, the gang murders someone.
Right.
1987.
Jesus.
Yeah, that's set out like it's the name of a
Philadelphia episode.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
in Philadelphia, yeah. That's right, the second homicide in the park's history was March 7th, 1987, when a 15-year-old boy was fatally shot in a Disneyland parking lot.
How the fuck do you get a gun into Disneyland?
I wouldn't be that hard in 87, sure.
Oh, no, you're right, 87. I'm thinking of a completely different world now, aren't I? It's 40 years since then, almost.
Even now, like, I don't think it'd be that hard. I really don't think it'd be that hard. Like,
I think they're definitely checking people.
Yeah, but a lot of people, though.
I mean, in Florida, I'd hope that they'd have fucking full-blown fucking airport scanning machines before people went in, because I don't trust them.
Stuff. But, like, you know, I'm thinking even, like, you know, you go to a festival and they can't check everyone. They hardly check everyone.
No, they never check anyone, basically.
Really? No, they make it look like they're checking people.
Yeah.
What
Yeah. Because the actual work is too hard. And they're not here for that. They're here for the free bands.
I understand it.
Yeah.
Nobody's there for work, man.
Yeah. Also, like,
even
you
the
know,
police are just walking past people taking drugs. Like,
it's a fucking festival. Like, if there's anywhere that people should be allowed to do that shit in a safe environment, that's it.
I mean, it isn't, you know, like openly said that yes, you are allowed to do it, but it seems like
it's basically yeah.
Because the police also know that in those situations they are wildly outnumbered too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the incident began as an early morning shouting match between apparent rival gang members before escalating into a brawl that devolved into a shooting match in the parking lot around 1 a.m.
Fucking hell.
So this was just going on all day in the park. And they were just like, they probably could have,
and
like,
then they went, you know what, let's settle this outside.
And then chilled around until 1 a.m.
They just fucking get into the parking lot, get back to back, and it's like 10 pieces, motherfucker.
Oh, like a full-on duel. Oh, so you figure like they went up and slapped someone. To be fair, this was 87. I could imagine there still being duels then.
Yeah.
Sure.
I'm sure, yeah. I'm sure in Florida, out of all fucking states in America, has definitely got a dueling law.
Yeah, good point.
You can't convict him. It was a duel.
Oh, this is Disneyland actually. So where is this? It doesn't say.
No.
Long Beach and Highway. Oh, it's got to be. No, it's got to be Disney World. It can't be Disneyland in that case.
Yeah.
Okay, so about 2 hours after the brawl, Long Beach police in California highway patrol officers arrested no less than 13 Samoan youths.
Fucking hell.
As they drove north on the San Diego freeway in Long Beach. Kaleti Nair, the shooter, contended that he thought the gun, which belonged to the victim, was a toy when he picked it off the ground and fired it at him.
Oh, God.
Why would you pick up a toy to fire at somebody that you was having a fight with?
Yeah.
That makes no sense.
It doesn't make no sense at all.
What kind of logic is that?
Yeah. Let me shoot you with this Nerf. Bah!
Water pistol! It's a nerve, you know, you can take someone's eye out or something.
Yeah, at least there's something to that. Like, there's some force behind it.
Oh, well. Stupidity right there.
It's crazy.
But that's gang stuff, you know, at the same time, I'm like, gang,
you can never...
on yourself,
yeah, you can never fucking respect the gang shit.
And maybe they did go out, so maybe they were all trying to have fun in Disneyland, like gang members do.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know what, you're ruining my vibe, I can't enjoy Goofy. We're going to go outside.
Yeah.
We're going to sit around for a few hours. We're going to get riled up and then we're going to shoot each other.
Yeah.
I think that's how that went.
Yeah.
That makes no sense. That doesn't really.
It doesn't. It doesn't make any fucking sense at all. These people shot each other in the park. That's what I'm claiming. I think
That would
that's
still
what
make more sense. It
Yeah.
would just heated and then
Yeah.
they waited till like 1 a.m. to call it in or something.
Yeah.
Because it makes more sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's probably true.
Yeah.
A classic among deaths at Disney was America Sings in 1974.
All right.
Deborah Galestone, a fresh-faced, bubbly 18-year-old employee,
Right.
had just graduated. And was, as the immortal Joe Bob Briggs would say, mashed to bits.
Cool.
After slipping between a revolving wall and a stationary platform inside the eternally creepy America Sings attraction.
Oh my God.
On July 8th, 1974, she was in the wrong place during a ride intermission, and as the revolving platforms revolved, she was ground to a pulp between the wheels of the attraction.
Oh my God.
Investigators say it was unclear whether this was the result of inadequate training or an error, as the ride was brand new, having only opened about a week earlier.
Fucking God
And
damn.
in classic Disney fashion, the ride was closed for 2 days while crews installed simple warning lights and breakaway walls to prevent further incidents of mashing.
Oh my God.
Breakaway walls
Oh my fucking God.
and signs.
That's fucking harrowing. Oh my God.
I don't even know like how long. It probably wouldn't have even took a long from the sound of it if she was mushed up that quick.
No, but she'd be alive long enough to feel it happening.
I don't know. Depends how quick it went.
Oh,
You know what I mean? If it was that much force.
it depends where it's crushing you from.
Yeah.
If it's pulling you in
If it
by
pulls
leg
you in, yeah.
first, then you're fucked.
Well, it was a.
Oh,
Actually, pulled in by the wheel. It said wheels, didn't it?
Yeah.
So we'll check that. Let me see if I can break that down. Figure that out.
that sounds like she's going down into something. That doesn't sound like she's going in head first.
After slipping between a revolving wall
Yeah.
and a
So she's going
stationary
down. So it's
platform.
leg first.
So she's gone in
Oh
between.
my God.
Ooh,
Oh my God.
it might have been leg first and forward. Maybe. And although you say that, but you would have gone into shock so quickly.
No, because some people don't.
True. Some people.
Some
don't.
people just straight up don't go into shock.
Yeah.
People are like, "Oh, you're always going to shock," but some people are like, "No, I was awake the entire time."
Even when you're in shock, you can be awake as well.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I suppose it's like you forget it. Right?
Yeah, but it's like,
I'm thinking more about shock and ease. Like your heart gives in.
yeah,
Wherever that kind of shock is.
that's the kind of shock that I want to have in that situation. Jesus Christ!
Probably in that situation, yeah, because
Yeah,
God, like I wouldn't put
like
my life in the hands
ladies
of
and
Disney, first of
gentlemen,
all.
eat a lot of burgers. Don't exercise, because if that happens, you want to have a heart attack like that.
And if you do that, you might not fit in the first place.
Yeah, you might have saved your life. Might take off an ankle or two, but other than that,
you probably would have lost him from the diabetes.
and then you
anyway.
can sue Disney and get loads of money.
I don't know. I mean, these people don't. They still manage to keep it going, and
Yeah, but
2
if you're
days
the
later
person
it
it's
was
happened
open.
to, and your legs have been ripped off, your feet have been ripped off, it's like, I can't walk anymore. You did this to me, Disney. It's like,
That-
oh shit, we're gonna have to give him a payout.
There ain't no way there was actually an investigation done into that. Then, if it was 2 days later, it was open.
Oh my God, you're right.
So that means 2 days later, they not only
They
was an
cleaned up the
investigation, they
evidence.
cleaned it all up. So that means that must have not
Fucking
been an
hell.
investigation. There couldn't have been. There could not have been.
There's
an
no
investigation
way
in that
that
time.
no, because that's at least like a week to be 100% certain what's happened and how.
Yeah.
The fuck, Disney. The fuck.
I mean, what the fuck the police too? Because they're okay with it.
Yeah.
Like they probably could have.
Disney have their
done it.
own rules though. Like you find out very quickly if you start looking into it that Disney basically run their own section of Florida.
It's like their own little
Yeah,
country.
like no one else needs to be in there. They sort it out themselves.
yeah.
Like it's so weird.
And Florida's probably fine with it because they bring so much money in tourism.
Yeah, and they pay for like loads of extra things to be
Yeah.
done, just literally out of their own pocket. Of just,
Yeah.
well, we're going to do these roads that go into Disney, and we're going to repave this for you. We're going to do this. And
Because it's essentially like they're looking after a huge part of Florida for them.
yeah,
Like a huge park is huge. So much bigger than any of the theme parks we have here.
yeah.
what I've seen.
I mean, it's almost like it's not quite city level, but like
May as well be.
it may as well. But I mean, especially if you count like the tunnels underneath it and all the fucking staff areas and shit that people normally don't see.
It is probably nearer to like city level, ain't it?
Yeah, probably.
Like small city.
Yeah.
Certainly
bigger than a British city. Maybe not American city.
Yeah, yeah.
But like an English city.
Much bigger than the city centre.
Yeah.
Like talking about the outsides as well, ain't it?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. I mean, like, say Worcester is a city.
I don't know.
You ever been to Worcester? It's like twice the size of Stratford.
Okay.
Right? It's about that big. It's not huge. That's a city in the UK. Like that.
Yeah.
That is definitely smaller than Disney is, just square foot wise, let alone anything else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, but
it's got to be.
I'm just very bad. I've learned that I'm so bad with judging sizes and all that stuff. I am atrocious, man. I remember trying to do for like different quizzes, and that's where I learned how bad I am at that stuff. Once again, though, I did a 1% quiz deal, but yesterday I was so tired and I was doing it. I was like, but I'm still going to be very annoyed if I don't make it to the 1% question.
Oh no!
Hold on, I got it. And I made it. I made it there.
Yeah.
You got the 1% question right.
What was the 1% question?
What was it?
Yeah.
What was it now? Just like it's just sticky.
That's all right. It's sticky.
What was the 1% question now? I did do it. Fuck, what was it?
What was the 1% question?
I can probably Google it actually.
That was the question.
No, what?
It was a meta question.
I don't understand your meta question.
Yeah. The question itself was, what was the 1% question?
Oh, so it's impossible to know until you do it. Smart, in a dumb way.
Real dumb.
No, 1%. Question. Okay, let's see if we can see what it was. Oh yeah. So there was a thing, and you have to say how many T's are in it.
T's?
No, I'm going on Twitter, mommy.
What?
I'm looking at the picture now.
Yeah, where? Okay, so what?
This is your 1% question. That's what the last night was. It's yesterday.
I don't think this is telling you the information you want, mate. I think this is going very, very.
What?
Oh, hang on. What is it? If you double the number of times the word triple appears, how many T's would there be in this question? What?
How many T's would there be in this question? I feel like that's an old one, you know. I don't feel like that was last night's. I don't remember this being last night's. So I'm like, oh, why's Griff come up now? I don't know. I don't know. I'll try and remind myself.
Yeah, we'll come back.
Thingy.
We'll come back.
Probably do it off finger.
Yeah.
Because I'll have it in there anyway. Oh yeah, I'll do it in the fingies, won't I?
Magical Disney times, people die all the time.
Matterhorn decapitation. That's the next stop on the station. 1984. One of the grisliest deaths at Disney was 1984's Matterhorn incident, when 48-year-old Dolly Young from California, seems worse than 48-year-old, I don't know why.
Yeah.
Was killed after she was thrown from a bobsled car and was then struck by the next oncoming bobsled, crushing her and separating her head from its shoulders between the car's wheels and steel track.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Oh, God. A later investigation found her seatbelt was not buckled, and it remained unclear if she deliberately unfastened her belt, if the seatbelt had malfunctioned, or another passenger had unfastened it. So they don't know. Either it was never buckled, it unbuckled itself, or somebody else unbuckled it.
But either
the third one's a bit of a random.
Yeah, it's just been unbuckled, essentially.
Like somebody murdered her while that
was happening. Oh my God. That's so horrible.
you can only. I mean, I don't know what that ride looks like. You could probably find out. But
Yeah.
you can only imagine. I've seen those ones where it's like a downhill kind of bobsled thing where it's just gravity,
Yeah.
and they get so fast.
Yeah, they do.
I've been in some rides before. I'm sure you have where you're in them and you're like, I don't feel like if I just let myself go, I feel like I could come out of this.
Yeah.
Have you been on rides like that?
What do you mean?
Like where you feel like if you didn't hold on or keep yourself.
Yeah.
You feel like you could.
Especially at like fairs and shit.
Even though they're normally safer fairs, because you know why though? Because they're checked like every day
in the UK.
By people. Yeah.
Not in America.
No, this was an American kind of guy. That was
I listened to a criminal episode on like carnival mishaps and things, and some of them were horrific, like things that clearly should have been fixed like years ago that just weren't.
I'll just hit to like the opposite side of it, because them ones normally get like checked so much more because it's so much more of a thing. Huh? It's so much more like, people worry about it and got so much more of a bad rep.
Yeah.
But then, so every time they're put down, like they're checked and stuff. Yeah. I suppose it's every time they're put out to like a week, or something. But then like theme parks get checked like once a year.
Yeah.
And then they're just kind of left a lot too because of the money to pay them off. And Disney, for example, they would do that.
Disney do whatever the fuck they need. That's what Disney does.
Yeah, they don't bother with shit until they really have to.
Yeah,
when they really have to means, someone's dead.
Yeah, someone died. Oh, we'll have to fucking pay something now, won't we?
Yeah. It's easier that way to do it when things happen. And that's the same with like councils too.
Yeah,
it's easier to just do the stuff when it happens.
Yeah, especially things like fucking potholes.
Yeah,
and the state of UK roads at the moment is fucking atrocious, and it's ridiculous as well because they don't fix the roads, and then it costs everyone shitloads of money in car repairs, but they don't think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because like if you've got like bumpy roads everywhere you go, your suspension is going to be taking a fucking hit over time. Yeah. In comparison, if you've got like the roads that we had back in like the 2000s and the 90s, they were way better. Roads were just better kept. And like it was smoother. People had less fucking issues with their fucking suspension because fucking
less cars as well. And like the amount of cars has really boomed over the last.
And also heavy trucks as well. Heavy trucks are like fucking everywhere now. Like we've got so many orders that are going.
You get like a little chip, it gets worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, and like there's places as well where you'll see like regular like trucks have like taken routes through where the tarmac has actually like rippled.
Yeah,
from the fucking force of these trucks moving forward each time.
Doesn't surprise me at all.
It's fucked, man. And also, like literally, we found out today that 3 doors down or 4 doors down from Matilda's house, they've got a sinkhole in the garden.
Ooh.
A full-blown fucking sinkhole.
Seen a few of them about again.
Yeah.
I saw there was a big one in China, and they found somebody in the cabin of a van like a week or something after it happened. They're like, oh yeah, he's not alive.
Yeah, no. Apparently, this one is big enough that someone could stand in it.
Oh, damn. They're not too bad then.
Yeah, it's not too bad, but it's still.
Standards in.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it's enough so that it would have been a sudden fall that could have hurt you.
Yeah,
definitely.
And not only that, but like that's not necessarily all of it because it could then subside further into it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's fucked. Like, and we were literally talking about it the other day. Like, our sinkholes. I fucking can't stand the idea of sinkholes.
Surprising that we don't get more of them, really.
Yeah. They're doing a check everywhere. Like they're literally checking Matilda's back garden and everything. And
they're checking them now because one's appeared.
Well, exactly. You've got to fucking make sure there isn't a fucking issue. But yeah, man, I hate that stuff.
It is surprising that we don't get more of them, considering the amount of rain we get here.
Yeah, and the rain that just sits and settles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm guessing maybe just because we've had so much rain in general here. That's one thing. Is that drainage stuff is the one thing we do kind of.
I think it's also like
But we still got more rain now than we ever did before. So.
Yeah, like sinkholes become more of a problem in places where you don't have like normally growing plants, essentially. Because like in places like forests and stuff, you've got trees with really deep roots that go down.
Yeah, they keep all that shit.
And they keep all this stuff together and they hold the soil together. The problem is that in places that we've built, like cities and towns and
there's
stuff,
not.
it's all just grass, which has got roots that are about that far deep, and that's it.
Even
And
then,
it's got,
like a lot of it's not grass anyway.
yeah, and it's not, and most of it's just fucking like bits of concrete with cracks in the center of it, so it just builds up and builds up and builds up and builds up, and sinkhole.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
If we about it like that, yeah.
If we had more trees, you'd have less sinkholes.
You need a lot more trees, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
Well,
but
we don't realise how much. But then again, yeah, how many roots can go off on one tree? Like the roots can go off quite far from
they
one
can go
tree.
right, yeah.
But that causes a whole load of issues.
The problem is that at the moment as well is like you fucking plant a load of trees and some cunt will come along and snap them in half because that's what people are like now. You know.
I don't see that happen.
Oh, it's happened near me in posh areas, mate.
Actually, posh areas. That's what.
No respect for anything.
Yeah, they just don't like anything. Yeah. Sociopaths, man. They just want to go out and just do anything to anyone.
Yeah.
And that if there's nobody around, the trees get it.
Yeah.
Doesn't happen in the common areas because we see a tree and we're like, wow, tree,
I like that.
Why are they planting stuff here?
Yeah.
Wow, that's posh, man.
Yeah.
Having a new tree, that's some posh shit.
Yeah.
Believe that.
Yeah.
You're gonna climb that in 40 years when I'm an old man.
That's what trees are all about. Fucking climbing shit.
Yeah.
I used to love climbing trees when I was a kid.
I've always been like kind of scared of heights a bit and stuff.
Me too.
But when it
I never got that high in the trees. Everyone else got higher. I was like,
when it comes to climbing the tree, though, I can get like at the top because it's me climbing it. I trust me.
Oh, right, yeah. You see,
like in a tree as well. Like you trust that?
Yeah,
feels right.
I don't trust the tree. That's the problem. I don't, because I was a very heavy kid. Even then, it's like I don't think these branches are built for me.
I shed the weight.
That's why I can't stand Go Ape. I can't fucking stand Go Ape. I'm literally sat there and I'm like fucking shaking because I'm like, first of all, I don't like heights, and second of all, I'm on this tree and I can feel it moving in the wind, and I'm like, I am too heavy to be this high up this tree with a load of heavy shit on me. I don't like this. Let me down.
To be honest, you in no way strike me as the kind of person who Go Ape.
I hate it.
Not in the slightest.
Hate it.
Anything where your feet aren't on the floor, I don't feel like you'd be a fan of.
Yeah, I didn't enjoy the flight to Amsterdam and back.
That's a flight.
Yeah, but no, this is a different thing because like
on the floor.
America wasn't so bad because like you launch. And then you know what I mean. You take off.
You take off. Yeah.
You take off.
You don't launch.
You don't launch. You take off.
We're not Elon Musk.
Yeah. You take off and you get to like cruising altitude, and then you sit there. And like for me, like the climb is the bit where I'm thinking about it, and then once I'm cruising, I'm all right. You know, I'm like, it's not too bad. I can watch a movie. I don't have to think about it. I can just sort of put it out of my mind. We're just cruising now. Everything's fine. Turbulence fucks with me a little bit. I'm not like a really bad flyer, but I'm not great.
Yeah.
It's the going up and the coming down, because those are the moments where things most likely go wrong in planes anyway.
It used to be. I mean, used to be the case, but now it's more like the plane would just fall apart if there's something wrong.
Yeah, Boeing.
That's more likely to be what will happen.
The Boeing stuff. Yeah, but like Amsterdam was just all takeoff and all landing. Like there's virtually no cruise time between the two, because it's like all the time you take getting up to cruising altitude gets you about halfway across the channel, and then you've got to go all the way back down again to get back into Amsterdam.
I never heard somebody complain that the trip is too short.
It was brilliant. Don't get me wrong, but like I'm having to distract myself from like thinking about what the plane's doing.
To come down though. You're going down. Yeah. You mind it, man.
I know. I shouldn't be that much of a pussy about it.
Yeah, you should be more logical about that.
I should. I really should. But there's something about it, because it's out of my control. Like I can drive a car all day.
Better though, wouldn't you prefer somebody that knows how to fly a plane?
Probably, yeah.
Instead of you.
Yeah.
No, I would.
But like, for example, I can drive a car absolutely fine. I can drive a car for hours and have no issue.
You're not good at somebody else driving it.
Someone else is driving it, I'm going to be fucking flinching the entire time because I'm like, no, they're braking too late. No, I don't like that. You know, it's like...
I mean, a lot of drivers have that kind of issue. Like, hard to like let someone else be in control.
Yeah.
And all that,
because you don't want to be like the one sat there holding your dick when everything goes wrong.
I'm pretty chill though with a lot of that stuff. I think it was been on a plane, but it never bothered me when I was on one.
Yeah.
I like with most things, I'm like, it's very unlikely that first of all somebody would die in this situation. It's even more unlikely that it would happen while I'm on it.
Yeah.
Like, so I try not, like, when I'm on things as well, like when doing something that scares me, like I really want to go skydiving,
Yeah.
and I'll be shitting myself then.
Yeah.
But I'd be telling myself that, like the amount of times this guy, for example, has jumped out, what are the odds that he's gonna have a heart attack while I'm on him?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's there, but that's kind of the
I
thrill.
used to think that I'd like to try skydiving, but the more I've the older I've got, the more I'm like, I don't know if I can be bothered with it.
At the same time, though, it's like I don't have to do anything. No, there's no being bothered.
Yeah,
you just let somebody else do it.
Yeah, it's not like you're in control.
It'd be cool getting to the point where you could skydive on your own as well. That would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Yeah. The other thing I don't like is fucking horses as well. That's the thing.
Oh,
I'd much rather be.
Don't fuck horses then.
No,
I mean, if you try and fuck them and they get angry, it's your own fault, really.
Number one rule from Squishy Logic podcast: don't try and fuck horses.
Yeah, you said it.
I fucking said it. I said it. That's right.
You did.
I did.
Deaths. Monodo. Do you want to know about the first ever death? 1966.
Go for it.
The first ever death at Disney's California location.
Fucking go for it, yeah.
19...
Trailblazer.
Definitely blazing. When 19-year-old Thomas Cleveland was killed, while attempting to sneak into the park by climbing onto the monorail track.
Oh, god damn.
He ignored the shouting warnings of a security officer and was struck by the train and dragged nearly 50 feet down the track.
Oh my god.
Apparently somebody who wrote a book about something included a bit about this and said that the security guard stated that he had to hose the kid off the underside.
Oh god.
So that also sounds like there wasn't an investigation either then.
Yeah, no.
That security guard was just like, I'll just hose him off.
Ah, just hose them down. Well, that's in the 60s, so I can see that being, the cops turned up and went, well, this guy was an idiot. Hose him off.
Killer Coral Cafe menu. In one of the most bizarre deaths at Disney, and the sixth in Orlando's 11 years, a 2-year-old local girl from Florida died on April 6th. Oh, we need a charger. Oh, we do. Grab a charger.
My battery is running loud. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. We're smart, that's why.
We did.
It's all you, but yeah. Okay, so 2-year-old local girl from Florida died on April 6th, 1982.
Right.
After being crushed again.
Oh, fuck off with the crushing.
Mm-hmm. This time, though, what do you think crushed her this time?
Mickey
Mouse.
Mouse.
A little game, this is. What crushed the Disney girl?
What crushed the Disney girl? The Small World ride.
Well, I'll tell you, she was standing in line with her family outside the Kitschki Tiki themed Coral Island coffee shop.
Right.
Now rebranded as Kona Cafe.
Okay. Because of this incident.
So what was going on? She was crushed by a falling menu board.
Oh, God.
After she and her 12-year-old sister were playing with a rope that was tied to a large menu board while in the queue.
Why were they doing that?
I know. I was thinking once again.
This is a parent being bad issue.
It's also a way, secure your fucking giant menus.
But also
that too.
Also, when your kid is pulling on something that is quite clearly been put there for a reason, don't fucking do that.
Well, I mean, you wouldn't think though that pulling on a rope will pull down a giant. It's not there for a reason. There's no reason why a rope should be there to pull the menu down.
Well, you don't know what kind of thing. Maybe it's strapped on different sides to keep it held up.
Apparently, it was something like but not enough.
And if they pull it, it's snapping the other side and it falls over.
2-year-old girl managed to put enough force in to pull it down.
That's crazy, actually. No, to be fair, yeah.
Well, actually, the 12-year-old was playing as well, though, so it could have been maybe she pulled it a bit more. To be fair. In a Rube Goldberg worth series of unfortunate events, the unattended girls pulled on the rope, freeing the sign from its fasteners, and the board fell on top of the toddler.
That's not a Rube Goldberg. That's a very quick incident. It's not like
what's a Rube Goldberg?
Those are those machines where it like hits a marble and the marble starts a clock and then the clock hand hits a fucking feather and then the feather
like
falls off and it
like
hits onto a
domino thing.
Yeah, the things that keep going and that's a Rube Goldberg. Just pulling on a thing and it falling over is not a fucking Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same thing.
Fucking ridiculous.
Oh no, not the bees.
Ooh.
1992. In a death worthy of Nicolas Cage himself, an off-duty cast member.
Not the bees.
Exactly.
Yeah.
An off-duty cast member fell to his death from the ledge outside the Top of the World restaurant on November 12th, 1992.
Oh.
While falls and suicides are surprisingly common, this one was a little weird because the accident began as Brian Hibreck, 24, a host of the Disney's Hotel Top of the World, was showing his roommate the view from an observation deck on the 15th floor of the hotel.
Right.
As he sat on the 4-foot-high security barrier on the wall, I'm assuming, in broad daylight, a swarm of giant wasps began attacking him without warning. As he tried desperately to swat them away, he fell over the edge and the wasps had claimed their victory. The victim slammed into a 4th-floor landing deck of the monorail. Again, the monorail? Killing him instantly and with a lot of splattering.
Oh, fuck.
Reporters on the scene were told by employees, "We noticed the wasps. They were huge all over the place. And a little while later, someone came in screaming, 'Call 911.' Disney officials said they do not know where the wasp came from. A reporter who walked on the deck 2 hours after the accident found dozens still swarming, looking for other things to attack.
Oh, God.
So there was definitely the wasp there, I guess.
Yeah.
I like how they put so much emphasis on the fact those wasps were definitely there.
Yeah.
Because they knew people would be like, come on, though, wasps. Really? Really? Like,
wasps are fucking nasty little shit.
Mm-hmm. So God knows where they came from. I mean, this is where was that? I'm assuming that was Florida again.
Orlando, wasn't it?
Hmm?
Didn't say Orlando.
Did it?
I think
no,
so.
no, it was the one before, wasn't it? I'm not sure. I don't think it actually says. It's the one with the monorail though, so I feel like that was probably the same one as before.
Oh yeah.
So it's definitely a monorail at the California one anyway.
Yeah.
California's not Florida, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. So maybe that one was Disneyland in that case then, because for some reason I was thinking California was Florida. I just realised why I'm saying this now, that that's the dumb thing to say, because it's not. California is in San Diego?
No, San Diego's in California.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kind of know my American geography, but
yeah,
sometimes the wrong way around. But they do everything the wrong way around anyway. So what the hell are you putting the month first and then the day in your date?
Yeah.
That's dumb. It doesn't even make sense. And it's not just us being like, oh, what are you doing now? You know, we're not trying to make things more complicated. It's just stupid.
Yeah.
It makes no sense. You go from the smallest to the biggest.
Yeah.
Day, month. Like, would you put like day, month, second, hour, minute, year, millisecond?
Yeah.
Just throw any fucking order to it.
Yeah, the Americans don't care though.
They apparently want to make it
because
simpler.
no one else does it apart from one other country, and I can't remember what the country is, but it's not a good country. And it's like, why not just fucking do it the way everyone else does that makes sense? No, we're American. Oh, we'll fucking stick it then.
Oh, wow. Sorry, I got a bit distracted.
Sorry, hang on.
Gesundheit.
I
was literally about to say that, yeah. I got a bit distracted because I realised in 2018, you're not going to believe this, but who was killed at Disneyland? None other than Christ himself. Christ himself was killed on August 18th.
This sounds like something Mel Gibson would rant. No, you don't understand. Disney killed Jesus Christ.
It's a bit.
Okay.
It's unsolved still, so it could have.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind Mel Gibson looking into it. I think if anyone can do it justice and figure out what's really going on, it's Mel Gibson.
It's going to be Mel Gibson. Yeah.
In 2018, they saw a person was found dead inside of a burning car near Disney's Fantasia Gardens miniature golf course at the park.
Of course they were.
Christ, 49, was found dead in a burning vehicle at 4:10 a.m., according to the Orange County Sheriff's Office. but it was not the result of an automobile accident.
Right.
Deputies have not released details about how Christ died, but said that no foul play suspected and detectives were not looking for any suspects. What? That doesn't make sense.
So he just set fire to himself in his car.
It was not an automobile accident. He was in a burning vehicle found dead, but they're like, oh no, there's no foul play.
So he literally, it just sounds like this guy set fire to himself in his car.
I find what they're trying to say. I think Disney just paid them off. Like, let's just,
Yeah.
quiet.
For some reason in my head, it was the Goofy mascot. It's just like a horror movie, and there's just this guy in his car, and he's like, oh, I'm having a good time. Oh, it's Goofy. And there's just Goofy just staring at him, just like, gas tank in hand.
Do you know how many people have committed suicide by purposely setting themselves on fire, not including monks and stuff? Do you know how many people have done it?
Like 2?
0.
Oh.
0.
No one wants to do that.
I mean, to be fair, I am coming up with these numbers from thin air. I will give you that. But
I think
none.
There's actually a legit story about someone doing that in a fucking Department of Work and Pensions.
Well, they crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's just dumb. I mean, I just don't see when you're in a car as well, though. People always gas themselves. They don't set themselves on fire.
Yeah, it's not a common one, is it?
It's weird. And it's like...
Do you know about the Ford Pinto? I think we went over that at one point. Like, all the fucking deadly cars. There was a car called...
I don't know what...
There was a car called the Ford Pinto that Ford made, obviously, in America, to compete with, like, all of the European, like, small hatchbacks that were coming out, that were getting really popular because they had really great mileage and stuff like that. So they go, yeah, let's do this and let's, rush it to production because this is going to be our savior car, And they stick it out there and people start driving it around, and all of a sudden there start being reports of these things just bursting into flames.
Oh, yeah.
And the reason why is because whenever anyone drove up the back of a Pinto, the fuel tank was literally held right at the back of the car. So anytime anything hit it, there was a reasonable chance that something would spark and ignite the entire fucking fuel tank.
Damn. That's so dumb.
One of the deadliest cars in history.
Yeah, I'm sure they're supposed to do like safety tests and shit on them. Surely you'd have thought that would show up straight away. I wouldn't be surprised if this was a while ago, I'm guessing.
It was a while ago, yeah. If this
Before
was
the
like
time
in
the
the fucking
safety
70s or something, yeah.
Makes a lot of sense. There is benefit to doing safety tests. You save money yourself.
Yeah.
Because that, imagine how much money that would have killed their business.
Oh, for years, yeah. You couldn't sell a Ford in multiple countries for fucking a while. Yeah.
Because they can go out of business in different countries and then pop back up.
Yeah.
I'm sure you mentioned a moment ago about that person dying in a Goofy suit.
Yeah.
They were not in a Goofy suit, I can confirm that, or any kind of mask.
Oh, no, just the Goofy did it.
Oh, the Goofy did it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think somebody might have got their own back on him in that case. Because Javier Cruz, 38, was a father of 2 and an 8-year-old Disney veteran in 2004. So he'd been there for a while since committing that other murder.
Yeah.
While preparing backstage, he was shockingly killed after being run over by the Beauty and the Beast float in the Share a Dream Come True parade.
Oh, God.
We think that very few guests saw it, if any. Said at the time by a spokesman. That doesn't mean anything.
No, that means nothing.
On the day of the death, he was dressed in character.
Oh, no one saw it, so it didn't happen. It's like that thing. If a tree falls in the forest and no one hears the sound, did it really fall? No. Goofy ain't dead. All right, relax.
So, it still doesn't have to say what suit he was in. I don't think. No, it doesn't say anywhere.
Let's just assume Goofy.
That's how I'm going to assume Goofy. Yeah. Okay. So Goofy was about to go into public view.
Gosh, I've been run over.
Well, he tripped over first.
Oh, fuck.
And then I'm guessing because of his large feet and head, he couldn't get his footing.
Yeah.
And I guess the float didn't see him.
Oh, fuck.
The Beauty and Beast wasn't the pinnacle of good driving.
No,
I couldn't see. The mirrors weren't.
You can't see fucking anything in those floats when you're driving them. Because it's literally just like a shell built around a car.
Yeah.
So like, there's no viewing port. You've just got to sort of peek out the top like a fucking tank.
Once again, apparently he was just completely crushed to death.
Fucking, what is wrong with fucking Disney and crushing people?
Yeah,
like,
all
they're
crushing, isn't
fucking
it?
orange juice. It's gross. Stop it, Disney.
And apparently all the things in front of him just carried on.
Fuck off.
But they might not know, to be fair.
Yeah, but come on. Like, Disney, stop crushing people.
They really like it, though, man. It's like the whole thing. I got 3 more here. Shotgun to the head, 1992.
At least it's not crushing.
Well, I don't know. It might be a giant shotgun. We don't know yet.
It fell off of the ride and landed on his head.
Yeah. So it looks like it might be a suicide, this one. On September 12, 1992, 37-year-old Alan Parish entered Epcot at Orlando's Walt Disney World after it was closed, yelling and demanding to see his ex-girlfriend who worked at the park.
Oh, that's a healthy relationship.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
So, you can understand why. Ferris then confronted a guard of the park who approached him, and after again demanding to see his former girlfriend, 2 other guards then confronted him. They were like, "No, you're not seeing your girl." In a big Florida move, Ferris produced a 12-gauge shotgun with its stock cut off from a nylon bag and went into full psycho mode, firing 3 blasts at the first guard, who was somehow unharmed. So, a crap psycho.
Jesus.
The 2 other guards also ran, but after Ferris fired 1 shot, both stopped and were held hostage for 10 minutes in a restroom near Kodak's Journey into near Kodak's Journey into Imagination Pavilion. That's probably a ride or something.
Right, yeah.
Given the serious nature of the event, police immediately surrounded the area. Ferris released his hostages and then emerged, walking around the pavilion with the gun clenched to his chest. Shoot me! You're going to have to kill me! That's exactly how he sounded.
That's what his accent was.
Yep. After exchanging words with deputies, he put the gun to his head and fired, evaporating his head into a cloud of red mist, essentially crushing it.
Jesus.
As expected, he was pronounced dead on arrival at the Orlando Regional Medical Center, but not in Disney once again.
No, never in Disney.
Investigators attributed his actions to a recent breakup with
He was surviving like Britney Spears in that South Park episode all the way up until the car park.
Oh, yeah. That was how they gave the testimony. How the hell was that not just pronounced dead?
I know.
At the place,
I know.
That's crazy when you think about that. And there had to be police involved too, and even they were like,
no, he's not dead yet.
Although, they do it in the ambulance normally, don't they? I think. But either way, it would still be in that parking lot.
It's obvious. Pretty clear.
I think they do it in the ambulance normally, but I feel like they can still do it before they get to the hospital.
You can have people pronounced dead on arrival as well, but that's yeah.
Yeah, I say that I don't know because it feels like that wouldn't work though. Because
I think it does have to be a doctor to declare someone dead.
Yeah, or like maybe like what are they called? The police kind of version, but the one that I think it was like the person in the morgue or something essentially. I can't think what it is. Okay, 2003, Killer Coaster. On September 5th, 2003, 22-year-old man died after suffering severe blunt force trauma and extensive internal bleeding in a derailment of the big roller coaster that also injured 10 other riders. The derailment was the result of a mechanical failure that had occurred because of emissions during a maintenance procedure.
Okay.
See?
Okay.
Fasteners on the left side guide wheel of the floating axle of the locomotive were not tightened and secured in accordance with specific indications.
God.
As the train entered the tunnel, the axle came loose and jammed against the brake section, causing the locomotive to become airborne and hit the ceiling of the tunnel. The locomotive then slammed down on top of the first passenger car, crushing, once again, the victims.
God damn it, Disney! Would you Stop crushing people.
Well, we've got one more, and there's definitely going to be some form of crushing involved in this one too. 1999, the gondola death drop. One of the sadder deaths saw 65-year-old part-time custodian Raymond Barlow killed as he was cleaning the Phantasialand Skyway station on February 14th, Valentine's Day 1999.
Lovely.
When the ride was turned on by staff, likely unaware he was there.
Oh, God.
He was in the path of the ride vehicles, and after being struck by the oncoming and adorable gondola, he grabbed a passing seat in an attempt to save himself, but lost his grip and fell 40 feet, 12 meters, and landed in a flower bed near the Dumbo ride, where he died.
Oh, God.
Also, he didn't crush.
No.
That's something.
Yeah.
The Skyway ride, which was already ancient and in poor repair, had been scheduled to be closed before the accident, but was permanently closed in November 1999.
Jesus Christ.
As a result of the accident, OSHA fined Walt Disney World a whopping $4,500 for violating federal safety codes in the work area.
That's dick all.
Wow.
That's less than a day's take by a long way.
Like 1%?
Yeah. That's fuck all.
Like 1% of that. Or like one shop, maybe. Well, damn.
God damn, Disney. You've let a lot of people die. That's fucked.
That's not even, like I said, that was omitting most suicides as well. That was just, like,
Jesus
accidents.
Fucking Christ. I mean, that's terrifying. How many people died?
A lot.
Lots. And that's probably not all of it. There's so many more than that.
I mean, imagine it's that bad in normal Disney world, Disneyland, whatever you want to call it. Imagine how bad it must be in Disneyland China.
Yeah.
You ain't never hearing about anything that happens there.
Yeah.
Nothing.
That's so crazy to me.
You have to go on BB to find out.
Legitimately crazy to me. And it's not like it's just Disney. Like theme parks, people die at theme parks all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just something that happens. It's like one of the things about Alton Towers is like the sky thing, the sky lift, whatever it is. You get into it on one side of the park and it takes you across everything.
Yeah.
I can't do that. Can't do that.
No.
Nope.
I find them easy.
I hate that shit. I hate it.
They're not even that high, them ones normally, though.
Yeah, no, I don't like it.
Well, I think it was Drayton Manor I went to last time, actually. I'm thinking about being on one.
Drayton Manor's pretty good.
Yeah,
it used to be better.
Drayton Manor's pussied.
Yeah, it's not good now. But it's all for kids now, isn't it? It's just...
Yeah,
Thomas the Tank Engine fucking world. Oh, great.
I really want to go Thorpe Park. I've never been. I really want to go, man. The theme park for adults. That's the one I want to go on.
Me and Matilda have been talking about doing Thorpe Park for a while, so if we are going to do that, I'll let you know.
Oh, I'd love to come with you, yeah. Are you afraid of rides?
I love rides.
Oh, I thought you said you were scared of the...
I'm scared of, like, being suspended for a 5-minute ride by a cable over a
right, so
drop.
you're okay, like, when you got your feet on something?
When I'm in a ride, that's fine.
Yeah, yeah.
I even like fucking Apocalypse from Drayton Manor, the one that was the death drop.
Oh, yeah.
I loved that. I love Oblivion.
Go on it. I've been on it, but I never enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Just never enjoyed that one.
I loved it.
I've done it in all the different manners, like the sit down, the stand up, and
yeah.
Stand up.
Stand up without the fucking seat is literally the ball breaker.
Yeah.
It's so fucking brutal. It's like yeah.
Yeah.
And all of the women seem to pick that one. I don't know why.
What do I? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alton Towers I've been to though. That was fun. I went on a lot of the good shit there, like your
Oblivion's fucking good. Nemesis is good. Smiler is fucking brilliant.
I don't know if they had that when I went.
Oh
I'm
mate,
not sure.
Smiler.
That might have been the one that was just about to open when I went. I think actually, I don't think it opened.
That is such a good roller coaster.
Then I'd Rita Queen of Speed when I was there.
Excellent.
I think I have a different name now. Actually,
yeah,
I think it's still there.
Last time we went, it was so bad because we went there like fairly early. We got on air and we were like, oh, what are we going to do next? We go on Rita. And like the queue for Rita didn't look like it was that bad, but for some reason we were in the queue for like nearly 3 hours before we got on.
fuck it, I can't be doing that.
Yeah, so we went round Rita, and I was by that point I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, this is ridiculous. This is going to be the rest of the fucking day, and we're never going to get anywhere.
Yeah.
And then Matilda was like, well, what about the fast pass? I was like, fast pass? I forgot about fucking fast pass.
Because they always pay for the extra fit, man.
Yeah, and we went in, and it was like, Smiler, fast pass. Right, straight in, straight through the queue, straight up, boom,
Do you
round
buy a
Smiler.
fast pass in one go, or do you have to?
Oh, you can. This is the thing, because you can do it on an app.
Yeah.
So you literally like, what when we're doing next, fast pass? What are we doing next, fast pass? And it tells you what the queue weights are on the app before you get there. So it's like, oh, well, that one's only half an hour. We'll go there, we'll do that. Hopefully that one will have cleared by then. So if that's not cleared, we can get a fast pass and do that, and then we'll do the rapids. And like, it's fucking...
So you have to buy a fast pass for each separate ride then?
Yeah.
Okay. I couldn't remember how you do it. But it's fucking
brilliant. And the fast pass is only like £6, which is like, you know, if you're doing it on every ride, that's going to cost you a fortune. But if you're only doing it on one or two, just to sort of speed up your day a little bit.
A great way to do it as well, which is what we did, because we were going for 2 days. We did it smartly for the first day, because we wanted it so that we would get one of the days for the Halloween stuff.
Oh, shit, yeah.
So we did the first day of the Halloween stuff, we would be there, and also the day before the Halloween stuff started. Yeah. And then we realised the day before the Halloween stuff started is the best day to go, because there's no one there.
Oh, yeah.
It's empty, man.
Yeah.
They're all waiting for the Halloween stuff
to
go.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
It's fucking empty. Yeah. I used to go on Sundays as well a lot.
Yeah.
To different places, because it was always a lot more empty.
If you can go during the week.
When
during school, that's the fucking best.
Yeah.
Because you will just fucking swim through. It's fucking brilliant.
That's the time. Yeah, get in the smart times, man. You got to be smart about it when you go, because it's just a ball.
Don't go in the summer as well.
Yeah.
Don't go in the fucking summer. Go when it's a bit cold. Go when it's a bit grey.
Yeah.
You know, wear a fucking jacket. You'll be fine, and you'll have just as good a time, and you'll have way better a time, if anything, because there'll be less people there.
You've heard it, but because you don't want it too hot.
And when it starts to rain, hey ho, go on a fucking water ride.
Just go on a normal ride. It makes it seem scarier.
Yeah. No, but like literally, that's what I always used to do at Drayton Manor. It's like, oh, it's starting to rain. Well, let's get in the queue for Storm Force 10.
Yeah.
And you sit in the queue for Storm Force 10, it's bucketing it down, you go through Storm Force 10, you get out the other side, it's stopped raining, now it's time to get on another one and dry yourself off. Mm-hmm. Fucking shockwave time, bros.
It's just, that one's just not good enough anymore, Giant Manor though, man. It's just...
They used to be good. G-Force was fucking good.
Maelstrom was fun.
Maelstrom was so much fun, dude. I loved Maelstrom. And I loved that sort of weird, trippy, like, haunted house ride thing they had in there as well. That was good.
Yeah, once you figured it out, like, been only once, though.
Yeah.
It was fun going on it again with the kids.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
I just liked that. I loved the optical illusion of it. You know, I didn't even care that I knew it wasn't happening. It's just I like this. You know,
that'd be the kind of thing, man, that you fall between the side of them and you get crushed.
Oh yeah. Oh, don't fucking.
That'd be the kind of one.
Don't you think about it, Disney? I'm watching you.
But interesting. I wonder if there's ever deaths like the theme box here that are covered up.
Oh, I'm sure there's definitely got to be some. I mean, there was the death on Smiler that was like widely reported.
Oh yeah, the one where it came off.
Yeah, there was another person who died on Nemesis because someone like crossed over the barrier and like got their head smacked in by the cart.
Yeah. Somebody who like lost their legs. I don't know if they died. Yeah. The one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, there's been loads. Yeah, that was the Smiler one, I think. Yeah, there's been loads of fucking horrible things that have happened.
More Alton Towers now I'm thinking about it. I feel like it's been Alton Towers every time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well. Have you heard, what I've been really surprised at, that I've been hearing a lot of lately. A lot of it. I keep hearing this on a few different things.
Yeah.
That Lucy Leppy woman. You know what I mean?
Oh, was that the nurse?
The nurse, someone that was done for like killing all the babies and that. Like, there's so much now coming out that she's probably innocent.
Really? Fucking hell.
All these experts that are like looked into it. Like, for example, they quoted this one bit by saying this guy's research. This expert had done a paper saying that something about coloration around the wound when you do an air thing. There's coloration around the wound or something.
Yeah.
And they used that to prove that she killed that one by doing that.
Right.
That one alone, he said, like, they never contacted me or anything, and they should have done because they totally misinterpreted it.
Right.
That's not it at all.
Right.
He's like, basically, this board of experts been going through them all. They've had like all the main people down, like it's been like a proper thing.
Jesus.
And they've gone through all of them, and they said they've been able to put evidence as to why not only were did she not murder any babies? No babies were murdered.
Jesus.
Like they said, what it seems to be more than anything is just bad
negligence.
Care.
Yeah.
Not necessarily her negligence either,
but just general
people in general.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be surprised it was a bit of a cover up.
There was a thing about that recently where there was like a load of nurses who'd done like a TikTok, and they were like, "Oh yeah, no, you know, what's your maternity care ick?" And it was like they were talking about all these various things that people were doing in the maternity wards, and then someone did a reply TikTok to it, going like, "My baby died under your fucking care, and you're doing this fucking joke about this shit." Like, and then they started investigating it further. It's like, oh no, actually, there's like real problems with the maternity care unit here.
Oh,
and it's like these people are out there doing fucking TikToks of this shit because they think they're so fucking special.
Oh, yeah, that's the fucking country that's done that.
Yeah.
Just put a fucking made out like the NHS people or the fucking cream of the crop, and you can't
that's
see
not even
anything
the
against
NHS.
them.
That's America. Sorry, this is.
Oh, it's America. Oh, it's still the same. Like we've all glorified the medical care people in general through it all, which to a point is cool and that, but
they do a good job, but it doesn't necessarily mean they're good people.
They don't all do a good job.
Yeah.
Like that's the problem. They don't all do a good job.
They're doing what should be a good job, I should say, but not all of them are good people, and some good people don't do the right thing.
Yeah, yeah. Like I remember seeing something about a doctor that was sent to prison for murder, or attempted murder, I think actually.
Yeah.
Attempted because he gave his writ up some fake like vaccine letters for his dad.
Right.
And basically told him, you know, someone's going to be coming down to do your vaccine and stuff.
Right.
And he went down with a mask on and stuff and put on a fake voice to inject him poison.
Fuck off.
But I can't remember how because he didn't work. But I think they recognised him. I think, which surely would fit. How would you explain that away?
Yeah.
Like, joke.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. I mean, that's very premeditated.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's no way you can say, oh well, maybe not.
Life insurance, I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
But that Lucia Lepre stuff, man, is surprising because people talk.
That's scary. That is. That's upsetting.
That shit can happen, man. It does happen, and now it's going to be such a task. Now there are going to be huge wafts of people. If she's proved, first of all, if she's proved innocent, it'll take a bit of time for it to even get out.
Yeah.
It always does.
Yep.
We're hearing while I was listening,
and there will still be people fucking saying that she's a fucking evil bitch.
There's going to be there's going to be people that won't accept it, even though unless it turns into an even bigger story.
Yeah,
that's the only way. But there'll still be people.
Yeah, that's just sad.
Fucked up.
And that's the thing as well. It's like this happens so often, even when people haven't gone to the point of being fucking put in jail for it or anything. You know, like when people have just been fucking accused of something, and then it completely goes like, you know, it gets thrown out of court, and they're like, oh well, you know, still believe it about the guy. Like Justin Roiland is the fucking perfect example. The guy who did Rick and Morty.
Oh.
They were like, oh yeah, domestic abuse case. And they were like, oh yeah, well, no, you know, he's fired. He's no longer part of the fucking Rick and Morty team. He's no longer part of Solar Opposites. We're changing all of the voice actors. We're not doing this anymore. We're not doing that anymore. He's out of the gaming company. It's all gone. He's out. And then, like, literally a few months later, they're like, yeah, it's been
overturned.
Not even thrown out of court. It's been, you know, he's been cleared of all charges.
Yeah.
Like, cleared of all charges, and he still hasn't got his job back. I mean, what the fuck is going on?
Like,
that is so fucked up.
Like, that's one good thing about WWE. They don't do that. They'll, like, suspend them.
Yeah.
While, you know, like...
An investigation occurs. Yeah.
They're not necessarily...
It seems less like they wanted...
It's supposed to be...
They wanted a reason to get him out. They wanted a reason to get him out. Because he was the guy who created all the stuff. He had the most say in everything. All of the contracts said that he had final say in all of the stuff. And they didn't want him in there anymore.
Yeah.
So they waited for an opportunity to get him out, and they got him out. And how many people watch Rick and Morty now? How many people watch Solar Opposites now in comparison to when it was under Justin Roiland? Yeah. It was his other show, and it was a good show. But, like, I'm not as interested in the new versions of the show as I am in the old versions of the show.
Right, I see, yeah.
And it's like, you've ruined the product just out of spite to try and get rid of someone.
It feels like that
It's
would
like
have
the
to
Henry
be a breach
Cavill
of
thing.
contract. Like, there's got to be something you could, if they wouldn't bring him back on, there's got to be something you'd be able to do, because you got a contract there.
You'd think.
And to kick him out, you would have to do, like, there's always a set load of things you have to do.
But the thing is, like, he's not got any work since. No one's given him work. It's crazy. It's been like years now.
Oh, wow.
Like a year or two.
Wow, okay.
Because it happened during COVID.
And it's not that his name's been smeared, like,
No, there's nothing else that's come out since.
Well, that's stupid.
He's been cleared of all charges, and he's still fucking persona non grata.
Maybe he's choosing not to.
Maybe. I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't blame him if you've gone through all that.
Like, fell out of love with a.
I'd go and do my own
like
shit.
I did with comedy for a while.
Yeah, I'd go back onto do fucking YouTube and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, fuck you, motherfuckers. I'm going to do my own stuff.
You got the money. Maybe he's like quietly doing a film or something.
Maybe.
Could be working on something.
Hopefully. I mean, I hope that the guy is doing something that he's happy with.
Working on a new project.
Because it's fucked up. It's fucked up what happened to him, and people keep doing this to people over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And they act like it's no big deal when it's all proven wrong. And there should be some repercussions for crying wolf like this shit over and over again.
Yeah, well, there is supposed to be.
Yeah,
like,
but
law-wise, if you commit like a purposely.
Well, it's liable essentially, isn't it? Yeah, but there's like nothing ever comes of it.
Yeah, and you need the money to be able to push that first.
Yeah,
like there is a law as well, like the perjury as well. But then there's also like before that, like if you, I can't remember what the proper phrasing is for it.
Or contempt of court.
No, like that's I wonder about like reporting a fake crime,
Oh right, oh yeah,
like wasting police time. And
yeah,
might just be that actually.
Yeah,
that's what it might be classed as.
Yeah. I think it was also just reporting a fake crime is a full thing as well, because that's what they got fucking what's his face on, that guy who pretended to get beaten up by two.
Oh,
guys.
just Bullet.
Yeah.
That's amazing, man. That goddamn
fucking
amazing.
Hell, that was a story. Jesus.
One of them levels of things where it's like him and Kanye would get on so well together.
Oh yeah.
Or kill each other. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because Kanye is like.
But it's the same level of fucking narcissism.
Yeah.
Totally.
It must be.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna fake a fucking crime. And then since then, he's still gone out and said, like, oh no, I didn't fake it. It definitely happens. No, you fucking faked a crime.
Right,
there's fucking paper trails. Stop acting like you're a fucking victim.
And it's just like pure common sense. Like, he went out, like, it was like 3 a.m. or some shit. Yeah. Like a proper, like, snowy
sketchy,
Chicago.
Yeah.
And it's like these people were apparently just walking around just by pure chance.
Yeah.
With MAGA hats on.
Yeah.
And with a noose.
Yeah, it's sketchy as fuck. That's never gonna happen.
They just happened to have a noose with them.
Yeah, a noose. Oh yeah, we're just gonna go out and we're gonna go do a good old fashioned lynching. That's what he thinks, though. That's what's fucked up. That's what he thinks of the redneck community. He thinks that they're all out there waiting to do another lynching. I can't wait to get me a lynching on.
without touching him, that's the thing. Like, two wildly opposite things, because lynching was done.
Yeah.
Like,
but this is the thing, they like to keep on acting like it's a thing that happens all the time now. It's like it doesn't.
And it does still happen sometimes.
And sometimes it does, and when it does, that's a crime.
Yeah.
That's a murder. That's not a
nowadays.
Lynching anymore. It's a murder.
Lynching just means like a different method of murder.
It is. That's it. That's literally what it is.
What is
it's not
like what actually is lynching again.
Essentially lynching was like a mob rule version of fucking murder. But yeah.
Okay, I see.
It's not good.
I know obviously it was like generally used like when you're talking about killing black people.
Of black people and any other undesirable people. Basically. It was like the American version of a witch hunt.
You hear what he just referred to you as then? Undesirable.
Yeah, that's what they said though, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not me.
He said this, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said it.
I'm quoting like that trans person.
Oh God. I still don't understand what that was about.
No, that's so strange.
You don't forget what we was on about then. What was we just on about after you fucking said her?
Jessie Smollett.
Jessie Smollett, yeah. Yeah, I mean that's just amazing, though.
Yeah.
But that ain't gonna happen.
No.
So, like, but I don't.
It's unlikely that there's going to be a lynching.
There's another one. I can't think of what it is. Where it's like something happened like that.
Yeah.
I can't think who it is. It's not going to be on here anyway. What's the thing? Oh, you know, there's a 1 in 50 chance that a meteor the size of a football pitch.
They keep saying that it keeps increasing in chance. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it must have like hit something.
But isn't it going to hit us in like 2032?
I didn't actually look at that, you know.
I think it was like 2032.
It's not going to be like right now or anything.
So by that point, I hope we've got to the point where we can catch a fucking asteroid. Like with all the stuff that's going on with Elon Musk and all the other stuff, we should be able to catch a fucking asteroid.
Yeah, and they said for that kind of thing to happen, they said it would need to be a necessity to the point that, like, you know, like if one suddenly was coming towards us,
then we can fix it.
We would have plenty of time. So maybe
here we go.
What we're waiting for.
Great opportunity, Elon. Prove how good you are.
But even if it did hit, though, anyway,
yeah,
it is the size of let me find it. What did I say? The size of a football pitch, and it would be 159 times more powerful than Hiroshima.
Fuck.
Which means it will pretty much destroy a whole city.
Cool.
Which still isn't crazy though. It's only one city.
Yeah.
I mean, it might hit the water.
It might just hit. To be fair, it might just fucking hit the middle of fucking Siberia. That's
already happened before.
Yeah.
So what are the odds of that happening again though?
No, but that's one of the reasons why is because Siberia is fucking massive.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, if you're gonna hit something, you're gonna hit something that's 10% of the fucking, surface area of the Earth or whatever.
Well, it's like wasn't the Tunguska event? Wasn't that the size of is it Manhattan?
Manhattan, yeah. Manhattan Project, yeah.
Yeah, like the size of Manhattan. It was like an airbus.
Oh no, Manhattan in general.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I think it was that, or it was like a load of football pitches. I might be confusing with something else. But I feel like it was that Manhattan.
Yeah.
I might be wrong though. It was a giant area either way.
Yeah, it's huge.
And like that could have killed so many people if that had happened like anywhere else. Even like at the time, like in 1908, if it would have happened in other places, it would have killed a lot of people. I mean, a lot more now. If this happened in 2030, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it hit like, here, for example, it's going to destroy most of Birmingham, basically.
Yeah.
Probably, yeah.
That's pretty fucked.
Yeah. But like you said, there's so much time. It feels like it would be very easy to
predict and deal with it.
Apparently, they're already using a Hubble telescope to look at things, you know, with it. I don't think it'd be much of an issue.
I think we can deal with it.
Yeah.
I think it's something we can fucking sort out.
Yeah, to be honest, we really should be able to. What?
I'm so hungry.
I thought you said your sock was making noise.
No, my stomach.
Well, you could have some of these, I did say.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that. They're
quite nice, to be fair. Probably cold now. Well, I was in a definitely should be cold. Yeah, I think we'd be able to whack it out of the way.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we can do like I know you're on about catching it. I don't know why we would try and catch it. That seems pointless to me.
Because if you can prove that you can catch it, then you can catch other asteroids.
Yeah. You could also not.
Like one's made of gold.
Yeah. But for this one right now, I mean, just whack it out the way. You know, don't need to be trying to catch it. That's like that'd be the kind of thing that if you tried to do, then that would fuck it up and it would hit. Because you're just like, oh no, you know, we can catch it. Fuck it, it's easier.
You've basically got to use the same technology though, because the rock, even though it's a rock,
catching it and whacking it are very different things.
Yeah, but even though it's a rock, it's not actually like that stable. It's not like got the same density of rock as say on Earth.
Right? Yeah. It's only the size of a football pitch though.
So you can't just sort of push it away with one thing. You can't just sort of
you get like a giant wall. You kind of do sideways like that, so it'll blast into it and will probably break apart, but it'll be still.
No, but that's the thing. Away. You don't want it to break apart because then it can start sort of scattering apart, and that can increase. Because if
it's going to whack up. There's a big wall stopping it. You can't just come through it towards the earth.
Yeah, but you
then.
can't
You're
just
gonna
make
whack
a
up
fucking
your
wall.
way.
What the easier way of doing it is to actually make a net.
Right here, like,
You-
it's like,
No, but genuinely, I've seen a documentary on it, right? And they were like, "There's lots of
and
different
then it
ways."
must be right.
No, this is scientists talking about the way they're doing it, and they're
scientists.
like, the best way to do it is using a net, because a net you can make out of like nanoparticles, essentially, like carbon nanotubes.
I had to stop
essentially.
myself from making a joke about someone called a net. Then I hope you appreciate it.
But you make it a really, really thin mesh, right? And you can actually sort of catch it quite softly, and that means that if it does break apart, it's still sort of held in the net. It's not deflecting off. It's not bouncing away. It's not doing anything.
But that's to catch it.
You got it. No, not even to catch it. This is also to deflect it. It's just the safest way to do it. So it is the same technology. If you can deflect an asteroid,
Why is a net better than a wall?
the thing about a wall is
To
because
deflect it, I mean, like
the thing about a
if
wall,
you're catching it makes more sense.
yeah, the reason why a wall is not as good
Gotta make sure
is
big enough,
because
though.
it first of all, you're going to have an impact against the wall, and
I mean,
you
impact against the
can't
net.
you can't build something out there big enough with enough engines on it to stop the thing in one impact. It's going to hit the thing. It's going to break apart. You're going to have shitloads of.
There's other ways too, though. Like you could have something like going up alongside it at the same speed and nudge it that way.
No, because that's again the problem. Because these things aren't necessarily a solid object. You could nudge it with a single thing, and it could just break apart, and then break apart, and then break apart. And again, the reason why you don't want that
but
is
it's
because
already
once it gets to
moved,
you,
apparently. So you know.
no, because you're not sure about it. This is why the net is good, because you can stop other bits breaking off. Because if it breaks apart and it breaks apart into enough small bits, and those all hit the atmosphere at the same time, it drastically increases the temperature of the atmosphere.
Yeah, that's not what I'm on about though.
Which can be incredibly dangerous as well. So like, yeah, you can just sort of try and deflect it, but there's so many random things that can happen by doing that.
I feel like
it's a
there
lot
is some
safer
that
to
as
just
well,
sort
though,
of.
because you first of all, for that to work, like you've got to have a net definitely big enough for it. Then
No, but that's the thing. You can easily do that. You can have nano string cables that can then be packed into tiny little things because they're literally an atom thick.
I think you can see they do, but how often do they do it right now, though?
Oh, all the time. We use carbon nanotubes all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
we don't use them as nets, but we use them for other things. They're used for like surgery and stuff to cut through stuff because they are literally an atom thick. So you can just push them through other materials.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like a cheese slice.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's not good.
You could cut the things, or like it
Yeah.
just goes through it, like it passes through
No,
it.
you can cut through
things.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
That's-
just
yeah.
slipping. It's essentially just slipping between the other atoms.
Wait, but if you make a net from that, though.
Oh, but that's the thing. You can have multiple strands. So you got thousands and thousands and thousands of strands of these. So you say a net, but it's not really. It wouldn't look like a net. It would look like a fabric almost in space.
Yeah. It's more building a fabric.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's like
like otherwise it's going to break through as well.
Yeah,
if you're
it's
doing
like
that.
instead of catching it with a plate or a sort of a
bowl.
Whatever. You're catching it like someone jumping off of a building with one of those sort of fireman trampolines that they carry in old movies.
Yeah.
So you're catching it like that instead.
like a speed balloon.
Yeah, and that then allows you to not only just, instead of having to just impact it, you can get up to it, slow down with it, slowly catch it, and then gently push it off of course. You don't have to hit it hard. You don't have to push it hard. You can catch up with it and then slowly just change its trajectory.
It still feels like a lot to that, though.
That
doesn't feel like
there's a lot to everything. I mean, there's a lot again with the problem is to have like a solid surface for it to hit. You have to have something that when it hits it, it's going to stop essentially, which means you have to have a giant big metal wall that you've made out in space that is going to stop the impact.
Yeah, that wouldn't work.
And you're also going to have to push back against it with a load of jet engines.
Yeah, I'm not saying that.
Right. So
That was never what I
So
was
what?
saying.
So what is it saying with the wall then?
I was saying the angled deflection, like not like have a wall to smash into it.
No, yeah, but how do you angle deflection with it?
You angle it.
What the?
Well, you could even do it with your net thing you're talking about.
Yeah, that's
like,
that's what I'm saying. That's why they use the net thing. It's
yeah,
like
but
the
I'm
thing.
saying like as far as catching it, there's still things that could go wrong there quite
Oh
easily.
yeah, it's still.
Whereas if you just use that thing then to just deflect it
No,
away.
but what I'm saying is that's the technology that you would then use to develop to go right now. We can catch asteroids. It's the same.
Yeah,
tech.
going that way. Yeah, going.
It's
that
the
way
same
would be,
tech,
yeah.
but it's like you've got to force the asteroid out of the way instead.
That's really boring to it.
Yes, yeah,
It'd be more fun to just shoot it.
yeah, yeah. But that
We've got enough time. We've got to shoot a little bit.
The thing is, you
fine.
don't. Yeah, you just keep sending up nukes until it's gone.
Yeah, but you get like a big gun.
It's like we
I've
got
seen them
fucking,
games,
we got a
keep doing
year.
them.
Just send one up, right? It's broken into 4. Blown.
Yeah,
We still got some more. Blown.
it sounds like more hard work than it's worth.
Yeah.
I don't trust them to get those little fiddly bits because I'll get up there finally to do that bit and I'll be like, oh shit, it didn't work. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh. Well, should we start shooting now then? Bit late.
Yeah.
Or just, redo it so that it goes towards one of the foreign planets.
Yeah.
Like, like there's got to be like an Islam planet somewhere.
Islam planet. That's this one, mate. That's where they're from.
Oh shit. Oh, damn, okay. Well, don't do that then. The whole fucking Trump thing, wanting to put, still going on about making Gaza like the Riviera of the Middle East.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's like, the Palestinians won't want to come back.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think they probably will.
It's kind of like holy to them.
Yeah.
Might want that.
They might want to stay there, mate.
I mean,
Oh, he's got
them-
such a strange worldview, does old Trump. Can I have another one of those? That was really nice.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Did you see that? I'm guessing you saw the thing as well. We were on about Kanye West, the whole like him making his girlfriend get stripped. I find that strange. Why they're necessarily blaming him for that? Like,
Yeah, it's
maybe
like-
she wanted to take her thing off.
Maybe it was her stunt. Yeah.
Like, yeah,
You can't say it wasn't.
you really can't. Unless
They
he was
just
there being
assume
like,
it's
"Oi,
an abusive
take it off,
relationship."
take it off now, do it, get your baps out."
Yeah.
There was none of that.
Although it is weird how much she looks like Kim Kardashian.
It might turn her one. A lot of people have a type though, innit? They say
Yeah.
like dark hair. It's a type, ain't it?
But his type is definitely just Kim Kardashian, but willing
Well,
to do
it's
what
not
he
saying
tells
that.
her.
She has none of the. We've seen her like she has none of the curves though that Kim has.
Mm.
And I personally say Kim has far too many curves.
Mm.
I'm not saying chubbiness. I'm saying like, yo, why is your ass so giant?
Mm.
You purposely made that ass giant as well. Is that just that's not like some kind of imperfection that you shouldn't insult her for?
No, the Brazilian butt lift is just, it's gross.
Is that what it's called, a Brazilian butt lift?
That's what they do, yeah.
Oh God, I didn't know how like a proper name and stuff.
Mhm. It came from Brazil.
There's no fucking shit. Or they were trying to make them look like Brazilians, maybe.
Maybe. No, but it
Feels like
become-
the same guy that was singing that song in the trans film was the same guy that created the Brazilian butt
Brazilian
lift.
butt lift. That's why he was trying to escape it. Brazilian butt lift. Yes.
Now, he's all into it, man. He's just his next thing now. Brazilian butt lift was how he got his name out there in the 90s.
yeah.
Now he's like on to like, like making men look so much like women that you can't tell.
Yeah.
Via things such as Brazilian butt lifts,
Yeah.
rhinoplasties, yes, vaginoplasties,
Yes.
yes, penis plasties.
Yes.
One of them's got to be cutting out the peni
Yeah.
and creating the vaginal. Or maybe it's both. Maybe
I still think
vag
I
to
still don't quite
peni.
understand how you do the vagina to penis. That's crazy to me.
Stop building a sausage.
Do they have to like take a load of steroids first so that they like grow the clit out?
I think there is something about that, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
to do with like soil and clit and
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I don't know.
That'd be interesting.
I don't think it would be.
No?
I don't know. From what I've seen in porn, it looks weird.
Yeah.
Like, it never looks like it.
That isn't one of the most amazing things about porn. Is it's just like I wonder what that looks like. Oh, that's what that looks like. Okay.
Isn't that basically like X in general now, from what I've heard?
Yeah.
Like, pretty much, if you want to see something, it's on X.
Yeah. X is basically just a cesspit.
I've still never been on to look at it properly.
No, I haven't either.
I keep wanting to.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Social media, innit? It's
exactly.
I wish there was a social media for me that I actually enjoyed, which was like just creative stuff, like interesting creative shit. Like, because YouTube even isn't interesting creative shit only now at this point. It's loads of fucking YouTube drama crap. It's like, do you see this thing that this guy said about that? And it's like, oh, I don't fucking care. Show me something interesting. Show me something that you've made that you care about, that is actually legitimately something that you've worked on to make.
There's people out there, unfortunately. It's not just drama. I don't mind the drama personally.
I don't hate it all the time, but sometimes I'm in the mood for, like, I want to watch something that someone's actually created, like a series, like Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse, you know. But
I mean, to be honest, they are on YouTube and stuff too.
But it's so much harder to find them. Because it's drowned out by the other stuff. Yeah.
I think that's more people. That's the problem though again, though, ain't it? It's because it goes by like what people want to click on and shit.
I just wish there was a social media thing that was for that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah.
You know? That kind of shit.
So like just for like
created stuff. You know, written stuff, like scripted shit, you know, whatever the fuck, you know, like, you know, interesting podcasts and stuff, and interesting like factual shit and, you know, that kind of thing. As opposed to just people just staring at a camera and just talking at it, you know, something where someone's actually put some effort into making it look a bit better. You know? I don't know. That's me.
I don't think we could talk in this moment.
No, we can't. This is a podcast. This is a different thing.
Exactly that.
This is a different thing. A podcast. I said podcast. I did say podcast in there. Because like podcast is one of those things that does separate out a bit differently. Because it's not just
more for the audio, it's just a video just there anyway.
Yeah, exactly. It's there so that if you want to sit down and sort of have the viewing there as well, it's there.
The viewings.
Yeah. Eventually we'll figure out a way to do it better than that once we get, you know, some more, you know, more views and more sponsorships. I always, you know, like it.
Want to get a sexy camera eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a young Jamie.
How long have we been going for? What's the clock?
2:26.
Oh yeah, I should probably get going. Yeah. Cool. Right.
Okay, well, we got through all of our things then.
Yeah.
I want to say thank you to the people. This camera looks a bit nicer to repair with the light on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I don't know what it is. It looks a bit better.
Yeah. Well, that was fun. That just dropped us out again for no reason at all.
That was serendipity then.
Serendipitous, yes. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's been Squishy Logic for this week. Always remember, you can always check out Post-Apocalyptic Metal Treehouse on Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, wherever you get your podcasts. You can check out my YouTube stuff at It's Dead Man Dancing, or Dancing. There's no G at the end, right? It's just Dancing.
Dancing, for YouTube.
Yeah.
Dead Man Dancing.
So go there for that stuff, including other things like Mark Barney, which I keep being told I should do more of.
You should do more of that.
By other people. And I do have some ideas.
I wouldn't mind doing I reckon I've got like a weird person around here that I could probably maybe like throw to meet Mark Barney, and they could do some weird things together.
Some co-op Mark Barneying.
Yeah. I can't remember what his name is, but I'll find it in my contact list.
And see what it is. Yeah.
I'll keep it up with it.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. And then, obviously there's always the stuff on the channels that you're watching right now on the KD Comedy Incorporated.
There hasn't been enough for ages.
No.
KD Comedy podcast.
That's it.
New episode every Friday on the Spotify's and the Apples and wherever you get your podcasts.
KD Comedy Podcast. I've got to try and remember that one. It's literally written over there.
Yeah. It's very simple.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, like the YouTube. I'll probably change the YouTube name again though, because I don't want to have just for the podcast, and I can't bother to make another channel like I was going to.
Yeah.
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 Some
We'll
stuff
see.
I'm going to change. So
We'll see.
I don't know. I still need to figure out how to do a wrestling channel, but it's just having the effort of making a new channel for it, having to do stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But because I don't just want to have it as a channel on here, because then it will try to just put me into the wrestling algorithm, whole thing. Like, I'm so indecisive, just a hate choice. Pisses me the hell off. Playing that Star Wars game, and I really enjoy it. But then the fact that I can only have 2 stances out of like 6.
Yeah, that
pisses me off. So, like,
Did you ever play?
And why do I have to go to a node thing
Yeah.
to change how I'm going to stand?
Did you ever play Neo?
Papa Neo?
No, it's NIOH. It's a Japanese samurai game.
I know what you mean. I can't remember if I played it.
It's
I've tried a few random ones.
Yeah, it's a bit like Dark Souls, but like a bit quicker and a bit more sort of aggressive.
Yeah.
But in that one, you've got like 3 stances, but they're always available to you, and you just hold the button and press a button to change the next stance. And it's so fun because like you're finding out which stance works best against which move from which character and stuff. And it's brilliant.
I wouldn't even complain, if on the Star Wars, if you could only have 2 stances available each time when you're fighting.
Yeah.
And like your Parish combat, for example. But if you could, like, in between the little fights, like you could change it in your menu, like your clothes and stuff.
Yeah.
It'd be fine because like, I shouldn't have to go to a node thing to change it.
Yeah, it's a pain in the ass.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the ones that I like now, I think, but I'm still always debating in my head whether I should use a different one.
Yeah.
And I hate the slow one that you have, the powerful.
Wacky whack.
Yeah. You play that, yeah?
Yeah.
It's good. Good though.
It is good. It is good. I'm gonna have to play through it without going on the top difficulty because the top difficulty just is stupid. It's broken. It doesn't work.
It ruins games a lot of the time.
No, the thing is, in the old one, the Jedi Master difficulty was really fun. Yeah. It was just basically the same as the other ones with higher damage, but also like the parry windows were closed down.
Yeah.
So you had to get the parry dead on, but when you did, it was really satisfying.
Yeah.
On this one, it's just like the parries just don't work. It's just like you click the button and it will go, yeah, there's about a 75% chance to listen to what you just said. And then like sometimes it will just kick your ass for no reason. You're like, I just did it. And it's like, nah, you didn't. And there's like another bit where you're fighting the Rancor. You got me going now. There's a bit where you're fighting the Rancor.
That's near the beginning of the game, isn't it? Because I found out.
Yeah.
I am nowhere near strong enough to kill
He's
that.
fucking tough.
Yeah,
but I took him down after going at him again and again. But I found out that he's got this stomp move that he uses. He lifts up his foot and stomps on the ground. And you're supposed to like get either the block or the parry at the right time, and you can survive it without taking any damage.
Right.
But what I noticed after playing it so many times is that the shockwave that comes out from the attack comes out before his foot hits the ground. Right. So there's me trying to parry against the foot motion as it's hitting the ground, and I'm getting my ass handed to me over and over and over again. Yeah, because the animator hasn't fucking timed his foot stomp with the actual fucking shockwave coming out from his foot hitting the ground.
Or maybe it's from the pressure before it hits the ground. Maybe it's that motion that does it. We don't know Star Wars. Do you know how gravity works on?
I know how Rancors work. I've seen them. I've fought them many a times on many a Star Wars game. Yeah, well, let's assume and they've always had a stomp attack, but it's always happened once the stomp hits the floor. Yeah, the frames are too. They're not Force users. Not fucking Jedi Rancor. This one is. That would be amazing, a Jedi Rancor.
He's eating so many Jedi.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like.
Yeah, me over and over and over again.
Yeah, you did, then. Shouldn't have gave him all that Jedi food.
Anyway, that's been Squishy Logic for this week.
Yeah.
It is good. It is really fun. It is good.
But then,
I've been playing a lot of Space Marine, but that's that.
Yeah. Keep it squishy, everybody.
Till next time, always be logical.
Yes. Yeah. Just like us. The kings of logic.
So logical.
Just like Disney.
Much logic, very, yes.
Yeah, yes. Decapitated people do not die until they are in a hospital. They never die at Disney.
Yeah.
That's logic.
Never.
Keep that logic and always keep it squishy.
Yeah, squishy logic.
Fucking click.
Click it, you bastard.